Ba-doop-a-doo.
Shaka Khan.
Oh, okay. Good, good. I was worried there for a second. I mean, you got Nomad Mardigan for some reason. Guess he's too big time.
Hanging out with Lit Devil. You ever heard of him?
You ever hear of him? They got little nicknames for each other. Ba-doop-a-doo!
I'm really excited tonight.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Ugh. Silence. I just realized that's a dump down there. Holy cow, I've never noticed that before. Well done. All right. Here we go. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to The Dump. My name is Scott. It's Saturday night, and we are here to talk about a lot of things. But before we do that, we're going to introduce our guest for tonight. My brother, who I've been... How many times have we talked about having you on? It's been a while since you've been on the last time. But my boy, Fatal J. What's up, Fatal?
I just realized right when the stream happened, I did that wave like Bill Cosby did when he was sucking on that popsicle. You know that meme?
The put and pop. Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm glad to be here on one of the greatest live streams on Saturday. I got my main man right here, Culture Casino. Got the main lady right here, Jane Theory. We got the King Spork right here.
Yeah, that would be me. What's up? Let's do this.
When I met Spork, it made me buy all the sports at the dollar store for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, man, a spork
Best
is...
invention.
That's the reason I picked the name spork, because it's better than a fork. It's better than a spoon. It's a spork.
It's the best invention.
Come on, man. You can eat soup, stews.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for
imagine the guy who made the spork is a billionaire right now?
Yeah, I know. God, I wish I was a billionaire. But other than that, let's say hello to Jane Theory. How are you, Jane?
Hello. I'm doing great. Happy to be here. How are you guys?
Very good. Very good. And we also got Culture Casino.
Greetings, everybody. Thank you for showing up. We're glad you're here.
At least you guys showed up. Other people will be dropping in. I guess Mad's too good for us now, but whatever. Let's see. Yeah, let's see who's in the chat, though. And Jane was one of the first, even though there were people earlier because I sent it at 8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Thank you, Culture, for catching that. I did not realize I did that. So, yeah. So whoever came back, thank you. I can never say this name. Sonora Baptiste. Sonora Baptiste. Sonora Baptiste. Good name. I like it. Jane, giving you a shout out. You and Az putting the smackdown on the Resident Evil stuff. Now, when is that show, Jane?
Resident Evil. It's the latest live action Resident Evil series on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of like a take from the perspective of a new Albert Wesker and his children.
Okay. And it's not good.
It's not good.
Not good.
When you say a new Albert Wesker,
Yeah.
is he black or white?
You know he's black.
See, I knew it. I ain't even heard of this show. When you said a new Wesker, I knew it was black.
They just had to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they did it again. And shaved heads. I know I saw that, right? Black women with shaved heads in the show?
They did. They have the one and only like dark skinned black woman is of course has a shaved head.
And is she angry?
She seems quite angry.
Yeah, okay.
Quite angry.
That's how it is. We also got Tina Bojan. We got Gap After Dark. Keely Chow up in the house as always. We have Eric K is here. And we have some other people up in here. So thank you guys for being here. Southern Belle. Soul Assassin, of course. The Sporkmotic of all Sporkmotics. We have two of the best in here right now. We have Matt W in the house.
Gojira Star.
Gojira Star 5477. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening in the background. I appreciate that. We also have Most Awesome One over on Twitch, so thank you very much. I appreciate that too. All right.
Ooh, wait, did you say
streaming on Twitch too? You a bad man.
I'm balling, man. We're live right now in 3 different places.
Yeah.
Odyssey, Twitch, and here. I got to figure out the whole Rumble thing.
Yeah,
But Nick McCabe.
Yeah, we got McCabe's in the house. See, Awesome One's in 2 places at the same time right now.
I know, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
That's pretty impressive.
I think. Did you say hi to Brent Sanders?
No, Brent, what's up?
You got the lovely Sherry out there too.
Oh, of course. Well, how can I not say hello to you, the lovely Sherry?
And the pun master himself, Terminus.
Hey, Terminus, it's been a while. How you been, man? I like you being.
master.
Yeah, man. I like you being in charge of the chat there, Culture. That's more fun. So, Fatal, how's your comic book going? How is everything in that world of comic books for you?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry to speak with a mouthful.
It's
but
fine.
My wife made a beautiful baked chicken with a salad
you got to eat.
and potatoes on the side. Sauteed potatoes.
Oh, wait a minute. Are they the little thin ones? Or are they like, did she dice them up? Seasoning?
She diced them up, put the little green things on there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
man.
got to have green things.
She knows that feeding me will keep me a happy man for the rest of my life, and I'm never going anywhere because she feeds me and takes care of me. I have a great wife.
See, that's a beautiful thing. That's what we gotta represent that, because look, there is nothing wrong with a man and his wife wants to cook something him special and he appreciates it. That's the beauty of that.
A man will break his back for a woman who cooks for him. Not saying she need to cook all the time. Not saying she need to cook all the time, because I do buy food. I don't know how to cook. I buy.
Right?
But when she cooks for her man, I promise you the man is not going anywhere.
Nope.
Promise you that. We don't ask for much.
No, God no.
We don't ask for much. But speaking of Ninja Blast,
Yeah, Ninja.
It's funny you brought that up because I know we're gonna talk about the Rippleverse.
No, hell yeah.
Eric July was the person to put Ninja Blast over the thing. What they call it, the campaign limit.
Oh, really? Like your threat?
Wow.
What? Your
My
goal?
goal.
Your goal? Yeah.
I was getting scared for a moment because I was thinking I wasn't going to reach my goal. That I set my goal too high.
Yeah.
And I sent a message to Eric. I said, I know you're interested in comics. Check out my Ninja Blast.
Mm-hmm.
This dude drops $500 on Ninja Blast. And watch this. Watch this. He didn't even buy anything. I said, this guy is this rich to buy a comic and not buy a comic at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's support, man.
That supports, and if he's doing that with me, I'm pretty sure he's doing that with other people. So it's no wonder why he's so successful right now with this comic book, the Rippleverse.
Yeah.
I can't say the name of the actual comic. How you say the name? Do you know the name?
Islam.
Islam?
Yeah, I think that's how you do it. Yeah.
Because I can butcher my own name, so let alone
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna be able to say.
For $2 million, I don't care. I don't think he cares how you pronounce it. It's that's some bank right there, man. You could pronounce it any way you want if I had $2 million. Damn.
In my eyes, Ninja Blast was so much a success because I told my mom, like, you know, I just said, Mom, I made a comic book. She said, you did what? He said, you need to print more. I said, Mom, no, it's just an internet thing. She said, print more.
It's really good though.
I printed 30, I printed 40, I printed 50. And before I know it, like locally where I live, my mom sold them all. So I'm like,
oh man, that's beautiful.
I was like, Mom, I didn't know. My mom is like, what's the guy from Soprano, Tony Soprano?
Yeah.
buy the comic or else. And people bought the comic.
So now, what was your goal that you were worried you weren't going to hit?
I think the goal was 4,000.
Okay. Maybe you should have shot higher because it blows up, man.
Woo! It seemed like when Ripper, when he gave me that donation.
Yeah.
It seemed like the ball started rolling again, and people started buying, and the store growing, and I have to support that man, and not just because he did that for me, but because the Ripperverse is for everybody.
Yeah, man.
Like that's an inspiration for all of us. You might not sell comics, but you might want to be a big YouTuber, or you might want to do movies.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's just showing that the guys here, we got a voice.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Jane?
that the community, it also shows that the community can support our own.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know,
not
there's
just
a market here.
support. We can make our own flourish.
We can, exactly.
I mean, because don't you know that this has Marvel and DC's attention?
Oh, dude, they're shaking.
Yeah.
They're shaking. Ginger Ninja is a fantastic artist. Terminus S threw out a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Super chats are so welcome. Fatal also makes green things too out of his rear end after he drinks purple Kool-Aid.
Wow.
It turns green?
I have some people out there that keeps bothering me. Terminus thinks that I should come out with a boo-boo stream where I sit on the toilet and people just enjoy me taking a dump, like on the dump show.
Yeah. I mean, it works. When I first picked the dump, I thought of it as like the news dump, and then it's turned into something completely else. So,
It can go either way, though.
Fine. Hey, whatever way the chat wants it to go, that's the way the dump's going to go. Thank you, Terminus. What up, Culture?
I'm like, what? No, don't dump on the dump, dude.
The dump is the dump, baby.
Yeah, but don't dump on the dump.
I love the dump. I love taking dumps. I love dumping on Last Jedi. Oh!
Wednesday?
Wait.
Fatal, what are you doing here?
We are family.
So you're
All
just
my
gonna
brothers,
surprise me like
sisters, and me. Look, Mark is a regular on my show. He is a panel. Okay. Here's a Sporking News shirt. Hold on, let's blow that up.
We gotta blow that up.
Embrace the sport.
Oh, I love it.
The sport.
I love
Are
it.
you jealous? Are you jealous?
He's the guy who bought my shirt. Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Look, I know
You can get
that
one
Mark
too.
is a
That's true.
dump faithfulness.
He's a regular, man. He's one of the panelists.
He's a regular.
Yeah.
I watched the dump. I'm a fan of the dump.
Oh, I know. I see you shooting little words out every once in a while.
I'm a fan of the dump show, and I'm a fan of taking dumps.
There you go.
Okay.
Put them together. You can watch the dump as you take one.
Oh boy.
Record yourself doing that.
Please stop threatening people with the boo-boo
Shout out to
stream, bro.
Mark with a C, because this morning I watched RRR, and I thought I was on.
What a good show. What a good movie, right?
Welcome.
Action
Yes.
packed all the way through.
You got to
Speak
follow
on it,
culture.
Hold on.
Well,
Speak
Welcome.
on it, Fatal.
I've
I've been waiting for this.
This freaker, the army guy,
Yeah.
is facing millions of people.
He's badass.
Yes.
This freaker jumped over the fence and fought 1 million dudes by himself.
Yep.
Hallelujah, boy.
And it was believable.
It looked believable.
It was
Made
believable.
When he was done fighting these freakers, the millions of people, they looked back at him and were scared to death.
Yep.
Yes.
That was a good movie, man.
It was good, dude.
It was
I'm
one of the
telling
best
you, and
of
that's
the
just
year,
the
I'm telling
beginning.
you.
Oh, sorry, Mark. Go ahead, buddy.
It was one of the best of the year.
Yes.
If not the best of the year. This movie is an experience. Stop cheating yourself.
Yep.
Go see where it's on Netflix.
Yep.
RRR.
Yep.
Revolt, Roar. What's the other one?
Rise, Roar, Revolt.
Yep.
Rise, Roar, Revolt. There it
Dude,
is.
cultures are new.
There
Are new. I don't want to say like Bollywood because I don't think that's Bollywood, but
Those that is technically Tollywood because it's
Yeah.
Telugu and Tamil language. So
Okay.
That's what Lorena told me. She
Yeah.
said it's the difference. She
Yeah.
said
Yes.
Bollywood and Tollywood. I hate to say it, but she said Tollywood is for the light-skinned Indian people, and Bollywood is for the dark-skinned Indian people.
Really?
That's what she told me now.
Well, there's multiple. Okay, so this just real
Oh,
quick.
I was doing that. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, there's multiple different versions of their Hollywood over there. Collywood, Kolllywood. Collywood is a Kannada language, right?
Oh, okay.
And they have their own stuff. In fact, if you watch the film KGF 1, you're going to want to watch 2. And right now they're shooting KGF 3.
Okay, that was the movie I was wondering about. You talked about it last week. KGF, where can I see that?
It's on one of the streamers. It's either
Okay.
Netflix or Amazon.
All right.
Yeah, it might be Amazon.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it is so good. It is. Have you seen it yet, Mark?
I haven't.
Oh
haven't
man,
seen it
dude.
yet.
Oh, I'm
Tomorrow
telling
might be
you.
my day.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. It's 6 hours of your life. Well, not quite. It's like 5 hours of your life between the two movies, and it is worth every minute of it. And you'll be able to break them down each as reviews, and it's incredible. It's like watching, like, if you combine like Scarface, right, with like a coming of age story, but you root for the bad guy the whole time, who you don't know is actually the bad guy until like towards the end of the first movie. It is so good. So
That's
good.
awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm still
but no,
recovering.
man.
I'm still recovering from RRR. You know, to go on to the next one. I mean,
dude.
the dance sequences in there too is.
It was fun.
It was hard, bro. You know, you think, they break out in dance. You're thinking, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But woof, they went off.
They
went
did.
Off.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh
they
my
were
God.
out dancing the white folk, the English. Like they wanted to show them that they could not keep up. Those dudes could dance.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
Beautiful.
RRR, if you guys, if you want to know anything about this stuff, seriously, follow Culture Casino. He has been diving deep into Tollywood and all that good stuff.
Yeah, not just me. I mean, and again, all props go to Chris Gore, man, the dude over at Film Threat. Chris Gore is the one who put me on this.
Yeah, I just finally got to stream with him.
And then I went over. I was like, Lorena, you got to watch this movie. I mean, I'm telling everybody now. I'm like, go watch this movie. Go watch this movie. Go watch this movie. Because I'm getting. I don't know, Mark. Did you do a review on it yet? Because I haven't seen your channel in a couple days.
I never did. Lorena invited me on for the watch party last week, but just like tonight, I got off so late, so I wasn't able to participate.
I noticed that people that do reviews on those type of movies, they channels blow up.
Look at Culture. How many views do you have on that RRR?
Dude, there's over 30K views on that alone.
Yep.
And it goes up every day a little bit. And
Hey,
yeah.
oh, real quick, I know a dude. His name was Geek in Disguise. I don't know if y'all remember that dude.
Yeah, I
He
kind of
was
remember that.
He was like within the fandom too, but he kind of disappeared. But I noticed his channel started blowing up real fast, and I for some reason I said, "Oh, that dude must be doing bots." But then I started really noticing he was reviewing Indian movies, Bollywood movies.
Think about it.
Like he almost had 100K subscribers in a matter of 1 month.
Well, think about it. I mean, it's one of the largest up and growing
It's incredible.
media areas in the world. I mean,
Huge population. Too.
yeah, next to China, right, Jane? I would think that's the next biggest, growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's a massive, massive market, and I'm sure they're on YouTube and places like that, looking for entertainment, looking for particularly people in the West who are talking about their content. So it's a built-in audience. I've tried to review some of their films, but for whatever reason, I end up getting blocked. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But
Huh. That's weird.
Wow.
We got a couple super chats, and then we're going to talk Ripaverse. So we got Terminus S for another $5. Thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you. Fatal. I love yours too. Fatal knows everything about dumps. He graduated college with a BM degree in boo-booology. P.S. Grape Kool-Aid does make your poop green. Google it. Thank you, Terminus.
I know that for a fact because
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of purple Kool-Aid.
Well, because I asked it when he said it before. I was like, "It makes your poop go green."
It makes your poop green.
I guess so.
Science.
Baby, science.
Yeah.
Snowdub live for $2. What's up, Snowdub? It's been a while, man.
Snowdub.
Hey, kids, much love. When did Culture Casino join G Unit?
Wow, good question.
I got that same hat though.
He's hood. He's hood. All right. Thank you, Culture Casino. And thank you, Snowdub. Snowdub has a good channel, guys. Check him out. He likes puppets.
Yeah, I saw him take a picture with Drunk. He a tall guy, too.
Everybody's tall. I'm short. I'm 5'9", dude. Every time I stand next to somebody, I look so short.
Well, I met Drunk is tall, but he wasn't like tall like I thought he was gonna be.
No.
Now I heard Mark. I'm supposed to be Mark in Orlando. They said Mark way taller than Drunk.
Yep.
Oh, that's tall.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Yeah. 6'5".
Oh yeah, yeah.
And a half.
I look like a child next to you. A little fat, bald child.
Mark's going to pick Scott up in one hand and me up in the other and start doing curls.
Yeah. Well, you're like 6 foot. Stop playing these games with me and my emotions. I thought you were 6 foot.
No, man.
Mark, how tall are you? I'm
5'9". I'm 5'9".
You and I are
you ain't that heights. Short.
It's my mother. It's the Italian side. My mother made me. My dad was like 6'1". My mom's freaking little Italian lady.
I will put it like this. When I went to the Friday Night Tights meetup.
Yep.
Everybody was around that 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah. Well, look at Ryan. Ryan is not tall. Ryan's maybe like a centimeter taller than me.
Yeah, he and I are the same height.
Yeah, because me and Ryan was there trying to decide who was the tallest.
Sonara Baptiste, you are really 6'8".
Oh my!
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Gosh.
Holy cow!
Wow. Woo. I don't like that. Nobody's supposed to be taller than me.
I gotta.
That's tall.
My dad was that tall.
When I do my second horror film, when I start writing it, I need a tall person for that role. So you might get
it. You got it. Oh, Pope Metallicus, good dude. Met him once for $5. Pope Metallicus has a channel where he reviews like heavy metal right now. I've told him to just review crazy shit. Shit he's never watched before. Right. It'll make money. But Pope is a good dude. Hail Sporking culture and the tall guy fellowship. Except for me. Yep. I'm a fucking Harfoot or whatever the hell they're calling him.
People might be lying in the chat. Not Gap is saying that he's 6'7".
6'7". What is going on? What's in the water, people? Lovely Sherry 5'3". See there?
They're all Vikings.
They all Vikings, absolutely. So Ripaverse, people. Ripaverse, anti-woke comic book defies cancel culture. He's over $2 million now, and that was in 4 days, 4.5, right? I don't even know where to start with this. It's amazing. From everything I've heard about Eric, because I don't know him personally, he's a dude with a big heart, humble. People were upset with his goals because his goals were to buy a van for the company, stuff like that, which I thought was brilliant. Like they wanted things to be the goals to give them more stuff. But the truth is we're supporting somebody to create a business,
exactly.
Right? Go ahead,
Jane.
Jane.
A business. He's trying to build an empire, something that will sustain not just one project, but something that can produce more in the future and employ more people. Because I saw in there that he was going to go full time with his staff. Yeah. So that's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's more than just comics. It's an entire industry he's trying to build.
Exactly.
Rebuild, really.
Exactly. And when we talk about how humble he is, Jane, I met the man in Dallas. He was so surprised that there were so many people that were just trying to love on him and show him, the respect that he deserves and everything else. He was flabbergasted is the word, I think. He barely made it up the stairs. He made it in the door and he was immediately like, it was like a group of people. He made it up the first flight of stairs and got to a spot and he didn't move for several hours because he was
Culture, you was there? You was at the bar?
Yeah. Yeah, you walked by me, dude.
Why did you tackle him?
I was I think that was fatal.
Culture, you gotta be playing with me, bro.
Oh my God.
No, you walked by me. I'm like, I think
why you didn't grab me?
Let's put them next to each other. Go ahead.
I was like, first of all, I'm in awe of like everybody that's there, right? And the fact that
he's scared of black people, I heard.
Oh, that's true. Oh my God. I went up and hugged that man. I got a picture with him.
I went up to talk to Gary. I think I scared Gary.
You didn't scare Gary. Gary loves you, dude.
You got to be kidding me, though.
No, man, we missed each other by like this much. I don't know what happened. Man. Yeah, you were wearing like a major graphic T-shirt and everything.
I had an S-Man shirt on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
dude, I would have tackled you. It's fatal. I would have tackled you.
It was a bummer, dude. I knew. I'm like, hey,
I honestly didn't see you.
No worries, man. I had.
So I hope you don't think I was trying to think.
No,
I was
man. I know way better than that, dude. I actually, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I will see you again. I'm going to see you in Orlando. I hear. Am I hearing that right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. Then we're going to be good.
I'm praying. I'm getting there. I might have to stay on somebody's couch. I might have to stay on somebody's couch. That's how it's going. Yeah.
Culture. If I do that again, you grab me, man.
I will. I'll be all over you.
Slap him upside the head, bro.
Are you gonna go? Wait. Who's going to Hollywood Horror Nights with me?
Oh hell
yeah! At Universal.
That's gonna be nuts, right?
Right. It's gonna be bananas.
Now is that on Halloween Day?
No. We got to do it like a day or two before.
Okay, I was gonna say because I gotta get back for the kids for Halloween.
It'll be bananas, and I'm gonna tell you right now, take a nap before we do it because you want to be rested up because you're gonna be. Your heart's gonna race no matter what. You won't need coffee.
Nice. I love stuff like that.
But anyway, I'm sorry. We need to get back to the.
No, it's fine. Rippaverse up to $2.2 million, almost 2.3. That's insane, dude.
It's incredible.
That's incredible. So let's see what they had to say about it the other day.
Yeah.
In a world of, I know I was just about to do it. In a world full of woke culture, one man is taking an artistic stand. Writer, content creator, musician Eric July is adding a new feather to his cap. Comic book creator. July officially launched his first comic book, Isam #1, through publishing company Rippaverse on Monday, and it's been a smashing success. July's book has already brought in more than, we said, $2.2 million in pre-orders in just the first 4 days. Nearly 19,000. I think we're up to 22, 23 now. People have pre-ordered, but not everyone is happy about it. No. Who do you think's not happy about it?
No, mainstream guys that are worried that their jobs are going to get canceled. And you know what? They have been. Dude, think about how many people just lost their gig. Oni just took a giant dump. Right? You got all these other industry guys. You got people making great stuff. I mean, this dude, Ninja Blast, right? Someday, I get my film out there in the world, right? You got Eric July doing his thing, right? You got I'm always, my mind's always blown when there's somebody I know that dives into this. And you know what?
Right.
I will support you because we need our own industry. This man is and Jane already said it. This dude is building an empire. He's a one-man industry.
Absolutely.
Do y'all know? I'm gonna tell you something that's really crazy about this. What's up, Raging? It's been too long.
Raging Rhino.
It's been a while. How you doing?
Oh, loud. What's up, Raging Rhino? What's going on, man?
Fatal, man. Miss you.
Raging. It's been too long, man.
Yeah,
it has.
Too long.
We have
fantastic. Last time I spoke to you was fantastic 4 days.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
John Talks.
Damn, that's a long time.
About a year or two ago.
Yeah, crazy. How you doing,
but
man?
I just want to say this. This is gonna blow your mind. At least it blows mine. When next time February comes up, Ripper made it in Black History Month.
Oh wow!
It's no other black guy that sold this many comics before.
Oh shit! That's
He made Black History Month.
He made it.
He made it, bro.
He gets one of the days. It's Eric July Day. That's fantastic.
At least one.
At least
one day.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about it is he did it with the cooperation of a lot. If you listen to their narrative, he did it with the cooperation of a lot of racist people out here.
Well, he's the new.
What I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they said he's the new blackface of white supremacy.
But my thing is,
isn't that convenient?
My thing is, if that's true, then shouldn't you congratulate him?
Yeah.
Jay, you got a point though.
Wouldn't that be the best win?
Oh man,
the narrative truly is fucked. It really is.
Yep.
It really is.
You
know
Wait. We didn't run Rhino's clip when he comes in.
I don't even know.
See, I like this one better. I like this one. Not better, but I like this one too.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Fucking stupid!
That's one of my favorites. That was one of my favorites. Fucking stupid. Oh, I love it.
Gilk man, what's up, bro?
What's up, Gilk man?
Gilk man.
Oh, that's gold. Hey, I heard you guys talking before about like the stretch goals and what like a couple of people are sort of pissed off with the stretch goals because they're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
I would argue the fact that, guys, you are getting a lot out of
2 more
the
campaigns.
stretch goals.
Yeah.
You're getting a full-time company to produce content for you. I wouldn't like. Okay, yeah, he could have set up stretch goals where you get an additional card or this or that. More money that he's got to put into it. Okay, he could have done that. Right. But he decided to put money into getting another van, to putting on full-time staff, to doing these things to create the company and make it even better than what he initially thought that he was going to be able to do with the company after this first issue. I mean, the target was $100,000. What's it sitting at now? 2.5? I don't know.
Almost 2.3. Almost 2.3.
With what? 26,000 backers or something?
And a lot of us, like myself, I haven't bought it yet.
I haven't bought it yet either because, again, the Australian it's going to cost me just to get one book and the deck of cards, which is what I want to get, is going to cost me like $250, $270.
Oh, yeah, because your shipping is nuts, and trust me, I know.
I was like, I might not be the right person for this, but I was going to talk to Ripper. Like, if he's got enough customer base out in like Australia or something, maybe he should like send them out to someone in bulk
and let them distribute it.
And then distribute it from Australia. It might end up being cheaper. It's just the cost of then what is it? What does it work?
That's what I had to do with Ninja Blast. I had like 10 people from Australia. And I was like, dang, I might have to refund them. But I found a guy that does Australian shipping. Yeah, that does comic book Australian shipping. And, man, he really helped my campaign, man.
Yeah.
That's
Australia,
crazy.
I don't know what you guys are doing down there.
But see, then I don't know how Eric would be able to change the system on the website to be able to adjust for an Australian purchaser. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he did.
There's so many complications with that, but I am going to still back it. I've just still got a bit of time.
Get with me, man. I can hook him up with a guy that's specialized in Australia shit.
Yeah, Rippa's definitely watching this show. I mean, he's a big fan. So we got like 78 people watching right now, like 45 likes. What are you doing? Hit the like button. Let's get to 100. Show Fatal it's worth being on the show. Come on.
Hit the likes.
Look at this, though. We got Juan Wong with Australian $5 says, I have been working on a comic book for over the last 9 months. Feel good, nuclear family, slice of life. We'll tell more once my boss is ready for market. You please let us know. DM us on Twitter. We will blast your stuff out, man.
Yeah, Jin, man. I got to get more art from you too. But dude, I have to say I appreciate that you're working on something of your own jam. I mean, everybody should. Everybody should have their own hustle. You know what I mean?
I want one about little Spork, but I got a whole idea for a comic book. After Fatal said he was doing his, I was like, I gotta start thinking of one.
I mean, you have a whole character. You just need the story.
That's what I'm saying. I just need the story. I have an idea of a story. I just need somebody who can like write the bubbles a little better than me. We'll figure that out though. So. Rippa, all right. So Rippa, let's get back to because people are pissed.
Whoever just put that's a masterpiece.
I see
there.
What about? That's right.
That's a masterpiece song right there.
That's right.
Got the hook up.
So, particularly on Reddit, where promotional videos for the comic book were banned for certain subreddits for supporting comics from hate groups. So people were pissed off in Reddit. But July
people were mad because Comicsgate basically started trending it.
Yeah.
Oh, how stupid is that?
Yeah.
But see, how do you align that dude who is not affiliated with them at all? Does say that they make books and stuff, but how do you do that?
Okay, it's kind of the argument that people used to make with like the Fandom Menace. Like, what do you want out of your entertainment? They used to just ask the question, what do you want out of your entertainment? Well, I don't want the picking on the fans, and I want good entertainment. I want it to tell a good story. And people used to go, well, you're Fandom Menace. I think people say the same thing about Eric July. Like, what do you want? I want independent comics. I want comics to be back to what it used to be. This is the mantra of Comicsgate, right? Mm-hmm. So by default, he is now Comicsgate.
Well, they're doing exactly what they told us not to. They're labeling us.
No, it wasn't the outside doing it. It was Comicsgate doing it.
That's true. There was the element that they were actually like pushing it for him and helping him with it.
But my question is
that a bad thing?
No, that's the other thing. In what way is Comicsgate, even in and of itself, a hate group?
Right.
It's not that it is. I mean, they lie about this entire community, every corner of it. Mm-hmm. It's just that it already has that fight that it's fighting, and it's already been labeled that way.
All right.
And so when they start claiming people who aren't necessarily affiliated, they get caught up in it. Now they have to defend themselves against the same allegations and stuff that they're having to deal with.
Well, Eric responded on Fox News Digital about the comic book company and what people think. He says a lot of it has to do with the fact that I am a person that they simply do not like. July, a self-described libertarian, hosts his own podcast and has appeared on several media outlets as a political commentator. July said he is on a mission to spread liberty, speak out against nonsense, and work towards a more free and prosperous society. That racist piece of shit.
Man, it's just wow.
Woo!
Look at that extremism.
I'm gonna put it like this. Mark, you remember that time when Ripper came on the show and he was telling us he's been called every name in the book ever since he's been a YouTuber. So him making $2 million, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna make $3-4 million. Before it's said and done. Of course, the hate and the racism and all that stuff is coming, and I know he's pretty much well built for whatever is coming his way. Because if he getting it just from being a YouTuber, I can just imagine with him being so successful with this comic, what he's getting now.
But it's because of Eric's, it's because of Eric's philosophy towards life and towards the culture and all of this sort of thing that really gets people. Like in the trailer, he mentions, the genetic makeup and, basically everything about like you as like the color of your skin, whatever beliefs you have, whatever, really means nothing at the end of the day. And they don't like that. They can't have that because it's got to be all about that. It's
That's right.
And when they see, and that becomes then hate speech.
And all of that wrapped up in a libertarian package. Like, they don't like the politics. His politics is more of what they hate.
Right.
And then he's also, you saw in the Reddit threads, as you would, the people who are like actual legit hardcore racists who don't like the fact that you have a black man and a white woman in the story. So, I mean, he's getting it from
all sides.
It's
like people are calling him a racist, but the racists don't want him. It's like, what the hell, people? He's an artist. The guy, he's his own person. Why do we always have to label everything? And this stuff looks dope.
But I don't understand. I don't understand this, right? Like, okay, Eric is doing really well. He's a black man, and he's
what up, drunk?
Creating history, right?
Yeah,
Mark, speak.
Yeah.
Mark,
drunk 3PO for $4.99 wants Mark to speak.
Drunk.
He doesn't show up on my show, but
I'm here. Nobody gets to speak.
Yeah.
No. But he's a black man that is breaking barriers and creating history.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I don't understand is that there's then there's people in the black community that then go after him because he's not aligned with the what am I looking for? The
right message.
The cliches of like the like what they perceive a black, like you've just got to be this struggling black man. How dare you succeed? It's kind of like, hang on a second, don't you want it to be this way? I don't understand that narrative where they've got to attack the man because he is succeeding because he's not the typical black man.
It's a sad.
Well, they're typical.
That too much of the community is invested in.
I knew what you meant.
Speak on it, Mark.
Yeah, please, Mark.
It's a sad narrative that too much of the community is invested in. That if you're successful, you're trying to be successful in a white man's world. So if you talk a certain way, they'll say that you're talking white. If you think a certain way, then you're thinking white. They just keep you in this. Too many of us keep each other in this hood mentality, and it becomes apparent when you see that almost every successful, prominent black person you can name has had the dog, being called Uncle Tom, or a coon. They question your blackness the more successful that you get.
Isn't that terrible?
Outside the box.
But what's that got to do with anything? They should just be questioning you as a person, like your
Because
beliefs.
the common denominator is struggle. You know,
Right.
so when you're invested in the struggle,
Right.
then it breaks your own narrative.
Yeah.
You know, because people have a million excuses why
I'm the
they can't
victim.
achieve something.
I'm the
You know, and
victim.
when you
If you're
come
not
along-
the victim, then that breaks my narrative
Mark-
of like all black people are victims.
Mark, you're not lying because when I made the videos, the Rings of Power videos, and I said black people was not supposed to be in that section of Middle Earth, they called me a coon, and I'm just
Absolutely.
going by the books.
Well, we were talking about this
crazy.
before you. We're going to talk about that right after this, anyways. But we were just hold that thought because we were talking about that in your video, and we're going to watch the trailer. People are freaking out because if you don't like it, you're a racist. Then because you don't want different cultures and representation. And the truth is, it's not about that. It's
Not
about
even-
like it's not even in the. Well, anyways, we'll get into that in a minute. First, I
you
want to
can
say.
tell they don't. You can tell they don't even read the books because it is black people. in
A lot of
Lord
them,
the
I
Rings,
think a lot of
but
them
the
don't.
story don't
So-
focus on them. You
Right.
know?
But it's not just that. I think a lot of them are caught up in this idea that if we don't just accept these race swaps and things, the sort of cheap, easy way of going about getting your woke points from Hollywood's perspective, if we don't accept it, then that means we won't get any characters. So they're
Right,
too
that's right.
afraid to ask for better characters or to go the way of creating your own characters. And that's always been a thing, even during the civil rights era. You've always had these two different points of view in the black community.
Yeah.
And one is all about basically asking for representation, asking for respect, asking for your humanity to be recognized, asking for success. And on the other side, it's about achieving it on your own if you have to. Building your own networks, building your own community, building your own fan base, building your own material, opening
Exactly
your
what
own
Eric's
office,
doing.
whatever you have to do, do it yourself. Don't be held down by anybody.
Right.
Cooperate with
Jay.
those who will cooperate with you.
Jane,
But if
Jane,
not-
what I love about this, real quick, what I love about this is everybody came together to support this. Black, white, Hispanic, whoever.
They
So
did,
that
but he took
destroys
the
their
initiative.
narrative.
He took the initiative to do it himself.
Right.
And those who are supportive, and that's fantastic. But he wasn't going out begging anybody to do it. And he certainly wasn't going to create one of those sort of pity characters for those on the far left to feel good about supporting.
I
Right.
just love the people out there that think like, oh, there's got to be external investors. Oh, like everything that Eric's saying, like, like, okay, he must be lying then, is what they're basically saying. I just find that funny.
Right. He's fudging the numbers.
Yeah,
You know, is basically
Well,
what they're trying to say.
And that's pretty sad, man. It's sad to say that a man who's working his ass off, who built his podcast, did his music,
Yeah.
built his fandom, because he has his own fandom, plus the fandom that has not just it's a shared fandom. So people that watch Gary that didn't know Eric now know Eric because of Gary, but the same could be said in reverse.
Yeah, the
you
other
know,
way
it definitely is. The man has built this, and we should be proud no matter what color his skin is, no matter what gender. We should be proud that he took it. He's taking it to the limit. He's going beyond the limit. He's breaking ceilings left and right. He made it, as Fatal J said. He made one date. February 23rd is now Eric July Day.
I got to ask a question. Has a comic book ever...
I called it.
Has a comic book ever been known to make $2 million like this?
Oh yeah. In the '90s, that was the norm.
Yeah, it was normal to hit money.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane. Those dudes did 6, 7, 8, 9 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's
Okay.
just unheard of these days.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
back in the '90s, it was a market to where people thought if they bought this issue 1, they would be rich 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
But when they realized printing all those millions of comics wasn't worth nothing, that's when the comic book industry went under.
Yep.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's been done before.
All right.
I'm gonna read a couple of these real quick. Eric K, member for 4 months at the Hot Pie level. Thank you, Eric K. He's been a big supporter of the channel. RR also our Canadian and UK friends shipping is money, and that's true. Thank you, Eric K. I really do appreciate that, my brother. Adam Price, man, it's been a while. $10. Scott, do you still do the A Song of Ice and Fire novel reread streams? I used to watch them, but I changed numbers and can't find the channel again. I just recently found it again. Okay, so we haven't been doing them because my son was born back in September, and I kind of put it to the wayside, and I also want George to finish the goddamn books before I keep redoing them. But in the next few weeks,
That's never gonna happen.
I know, but I have a show on Monday right now where we talk about like aliens, conspiracies, and stuff like that. But come House of the Dragon time, we'll be doing live streams on Monday nights talking about the show. So make sure you keep an eye on that. What is up, Mr. Grant Gregory? I was just about to bring that up.
Yellow.
Mr. Grant Gregory for an Australian $2. Fatal J Rhino on same panel. The narrative is great. I like that.
Hey,
That's awesome, my face.
we used to do this all the time on Fantastic Four. We might need to bring that back for just one day.
Y'all
Yeah.
do it.
Loved
I
it.
miss Fantastic Four.
John's been doing
Loved
a couple
it.
of streams again recently with
I've
Nina, so-
noticed that. I've noticed that. I miss John, dude. I love
Oh,
John.
Man.
One of the
Missing-
biggest supporters when I first started. John
Yeah.
was one of the biggest supporters, man.
He
You
helped
should
a lot of
honestly just do that midnight hour one, like
That was
twice
so
a
much
week
fun.
or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I loved building that intro for him. I wish he'd use it again. I freaking
Yeah.
loved it.
You did a great job with that too.
You did a great job.
So I meant to put this on the YouTube one, but George the Giant Slayer, member for 6 months, gifted 10 Sporky News Podcast memberships.
Fudge.
Guys, you might be a member now. Check the top of your chat, and you
Hey.
might have been invited as a member. Thank
There
you,
were
George.
a billion thank yous right after that, so I think George.
That's awesome.
I think everybody thanked him. So,
That's
yeah.
awesome. So, Mr. Grant Gregory, you're a big supporter of Eric July. How are you feeling about Eric and everything that's going on with this comic book? Did he say like I'll be right back?
I think he said I'm muted.
Yeah,
He's overwhelmed,
I mean you're okay, Miss.
trying to collect himself.
He might be taking care of the little one right now. Let's give him
It was the little one's birthday today, so
Oh,
Yellow,
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. So
Okay,
how are you feeling about the Rippaverse and everything that's going on?
Yeah, I love it. Everything but the shipping. So yeah, no,
Gregory, you in Australia too?
yeah,
yeah.
you better believe it. Better believe it. But I'm in a better state than Rhino. Yeah,
He is.
yeah.
My state's the worst.
Oh, you guys have
used to-
states? I didn't know you had
used to be
states.
There's like
Yeah.
5 of them.
After Raging and Lethal told me what goes down in Australia, I don't ever want to go down there.
Oh yeah.
You
No,
should come
that's-
down,
that's
man.
a-
It'll be fun. We'll have a shoey. It'll be great.
Man, no, that's a dangerous place to live. I respect Australian people because y'all deal with danger every day. Pythons, kangaroos that look like pit bulls. No, man, I'm not
Ashes,
going.
yeah, you name it.
Plus
Dude.
spiders, dude. Spiders.
A lot of spiders.
Yeah,
A
the
lot of spiders.
Snakes.
Welcome to Australia. Crikey. 92 people watching. Please hit that like button, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. Love our Saturday nights, man. I like to get over 100 people though, so keep in the chat, listen to some great
that like.
people, and smash that like.
Dude, look at the art. I cannot
I know.
wait for this book.
Look at now. Who was the artist again? It was
Eric was he graced us on the Dark Council. He told us he didn't draw it. He said he can't draw worth the damn.
Right.
He said he got another
he's a-
artist to do it.
The dude
A mainstream guy. Or
yeah.
fan.
The dude left DC. He left
Yeah.
DC. Yeah. And his tweet was phenomenal about it. Like, I left DC to do this, and it was worth every minute. Screw the woke culture. It was a great tweet.
People are tired, man. People are tired. This is a form of rebellion. You know, this is defiance, and it's the right time for it. You know, so that's what the people are saying. We're sick of this. It's over. You know, and we're gonna, all of that. Oh, it's just a vocal minority. Oh, they had fun laughing at us for the longest time.
Yep.
Well, who's laughing now? Everybody sits up and pays attention to $2 million.
Hell yeah, man.
So yeah, man.
Well,
Yep.
but look, I was thinking, okay, this thing will top 2.5 million, 3 million. Now I'm like optimistic. I'm like, this thing could push 5.
It can.
Oh yeah.
He's got enough
Oh
time.
yeah.
I think back
Absolutely, it can culture.
And the beauty is, again, he's putting all the money back into the company. Like, he's not And he even said, "What am I supposed to go out and buy like a Lamborghini? No, I want a van." You know,
No,
like
you get the McLaren, they're much better value. God.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. He
Well, you
was
know
funny
what?
about that,
I
too.
don't peep that. I don't peep that young Ripper for a long time. He seems like a well-disciplined young man. I think he's going to deliver and over-deliver on this project, man.
He's got a goal.
The book is already done, though, right? It's already
Yeah.
done.
It's done. Yeah. He's gonna have to order more copies. That's where he's at.
Okay.
He printed a mega buttload of them, right? And those are gone.
Yeah, and I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting.
I don't care.
This will be the next thing. People will start getting pissed off because there might be a few delays. Like, you got to give him some growing pain room. Just allow this guy to, like, he's now been overwhelmed with orders.
Yeah.
And we clearly know that he's been overwhelmed with orders because he certainly wasn't expecting this. I don't think even we were expecting to see this. It's
Not this
fucking
fast.
fantastic that we have. No, Culture, I don't think the expectation
Was
there
2 mil in 4
like,
days? No.
No
Okay,
way.
That's
That's what I mean.
No
That's what I
way.
mean. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but in my comment section for months, I've been hearing the Rippaverse is coming. The Rippaverse is coming.
Yeah,
you know, when I would
the
do
excitement
videos,
definitely been there.
You know, so the buzz was there. And like I said, the timing is right because everyone is sick of this shit. You know.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like, and this is a call to arms for everybody out there. Fatal, you too. You know, everybody who's making an alternative.
Yep.
You need to market it as such. This is rebellion.
Yep.
You know,
Yes,
if you are
This
sick of
is
this,
rebellion.
then you need to be over here. You need to be checking out what we're doing. Help us.
Yeah.
You
Make
know?
sure, Fatal, the next time you promote your book, in your video, you have to say, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
Yep.
and you'll sell fucking heaps, man.
I'm gonna try that too. I'm gonna try that.
So,
Will we have to change his name to Fatal Pseudoconic?
yeah. I'm going to start saying that for my streams. If you
Hey,
George's mission
I'm
tonight.
sorry, man.
No.
No, just real quick. George's mission tonight apparently is to give everybody a membership because he's done it.
Did he do it again?
He's done it
3 more times.
Oh my God, George.
Ooh, George.
Thank you, George. So George, 30 gifts given. Let me just say that 30 gifts given.
Wow.
That means I just pretty much doubled my membership. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Go ahead.
Somebody said I missed
Wow.
George at the bar. They said right when I left,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
when
George was
young
there.
Ripper showed up. I was mad, man.
It was probably when you were stepping past Culture and giving him the shoulder. And Culture was like, "Excuse me, Fatal Joe." Oh.
The problem was everybody was. Yeah, if I understood you, Fatal, the problem was is that everybody was introducing you as their black friend. You know,
This is the one I told you about.
No, there
Yeah,
was melanin
Jeremy,
content
you know,
in the
in front of
room.
everybody. So Fatal was
I'm
little
not a
bit
racist. Look, Fatal is my black friend.
Yeah.
That's what Jeremy actually said in front of everybody, and they were laughing just like Rage and laughing right now.
Oh, that's great. That's great, dude. That's so great. George, thank you so much, man.
Real quick, I gotta say this, Culture. This is the reason why I didn't stay that long. Culture, you can attest to this. It was freaking hot in there with all those people in there.
It was hot. It was
It
terribly
was hot.
It was hot.
Stifling.
I mean,
Yeah, I
I was
don't-
watching it on stream and I could smell the ball sweat from here.
It was
Aw.
Dude, there was convention stank.
Yeah, it was.
Convention
See,
stank.
Mark, didn't I tell you that?
You did.
Back to the Rippaverse.
Yeah, back to the Rippaverse. Nice segue. July said a lot of entertainment today is out to beat people over the head with stuff like social justice and a left-leaning agenda. To see the industry go in the direction that it's gone kind of lights a fire under you. It's not like it's getting any better. These people are doubling down on everything that they're doing, no matter how often the fans reject it. So he created the Rippaverse. I put my money where my mouth is. I just started a comic book company. I told people I'm not beating the audience over the head with my individual political views with this, and that got me called the most ugly names I've probably ever been called in my life. So because he's keeping politics out of it, Mark, they want to even call him more names.
Yep. And these are the people who will pass themselves off as the allies of the black community. We love diversity and inclusion, you know?
Black
Like
Lives Matter.
when I did that that stream with Drunk, what was it, last month? That thing blew the hell up. And then I had to stop going into the comment section. I was getting called so many names.
Wow.
And it was just basically me talking about the Kenobi show and how I don't feel like the black image was helped.
Right.
Through the pushing of Reva, and also how they marketed the whole thing, be prepared for the toxic racist fans.
Yeah.
And I didn't appreciate it. I thought it wasn't serving the black image. We talked about it, and here come all of these people calling all of these crazy names. Now
so that makes you a bad black man.
Yeah, because you don't support Reva.
You don't follow the narrative. You don't go along with the leftist perspective on race and society.
Now, Jane, how much of and anybody other than us white folk up on this stand, how much pressure is there to fall in line in the black community? Like, I couldn't imagine like the idea, and I know not every community is the same, but the idea that people don't want to see somebody succeed. I mean, that's everywhere, but not as a culture.
The irony is I see more of it on social media than I do in real life. So like in most of the circles I'm in, people are pretty much leaning conservative and independent and libertarian, and they don't agree with a lot of what's going on the far left, and they don't like a lot of the race swapping and stuff. They will admit it behind closed doors. But it's like in public, if you don't support this narrative, it's almost like the same thing we see with what's happening with the discussion concerning trans and all this other stuff.
Right. Be brave.
There's this politically correct accepted narrative that if you say anything different in that sphere, then you're going to be attacked. You're going to be attacked by other black people who hold it up, and you're going to be attacked by whites on the left who will call you a race traitor. They'll be the first ones to call you a race traitor.
That's insane, man. That's
like,
insane.
dude, you don't get to say that. I'm sorry.
No.
You don't get to vote? What do you mean? You can't take my black card.
Yeah, sorry. That's for life. That's for life. You guys get to keep that. That's so stupid to me.
What I started talking about years ago is just when they first started, the diversity and inclusion thing, and they wanted to get black people riled up and offended that you never saw enough black people in Star Wars and everything. My thing was keep it real. Yep. Did we produce a generation of creators, of content creators? Did we accept geekdom in the black community? For the longest time, we did not. And I would know because I was one of the original geeks. And I talked about that. I've talked about that in my videos about, how my pops ripped up the comics that I was creating,
right.
And, whenever he wanted to punish me and everything. And you have my creation on the floor ripped up, and I don't talk about that because it's oh poor me. I talk about it because it's still happening, and it's got to stop. Before you can be offended about not being included in anybody else's creation, you have to promote your own creation. You have to believe in your own children. Stop squashing their dreams, and that's what is so important about what Rippa is doing, because here now is something that you can point to.
Right.
I tried to get into high school of art and design. Oh, it's very competitive. What are you saying? I can't compete? But there are too many kids who are going through that out here.
Right.
And that's when I started speaking up about it because, that was back in the day, and everything. But now it's unacceptable. In 2022, why would you still be doing this? Why would you still be saying this is for those other people? You can't do anything, but you can complain and cry because they're not including you in their stuff?
That's the internet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the internet for you.
Fatal.
Yeah.
Fatal. I have been waiting to be on a show with you for a long time. You know what I got in this box?
What you got?
Oh, God. Don't pull out your dick. Don't pull out your dick. Oh, ninja! Look at how dope that looks.
Thank you so much, brother.
Dude.
Can I still get it? Because I wasn't able to get it at the time it came out. Is it still available, Fatal?
Yeah, message me on.
All right, I'll message you. All right, cool, man. Thank you.
Okay, I have not opened this, so this now my camera needs to stop tracking me. I don't know what it's doing right now.
Wait a minute, does your camera have AI?
Yeah.
That's freaky.
Yeah, it's tracking me. Let me.
111 people watching you get tracked.
No,
you waited all this time.
Hit the lights.
I waited until we were together, man. Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
See, when you get something that's shipped with this much care and is in this good a shape when it gets to your house, that is a creator that cares, right?
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to dive into this book, Fatal. Cannot wait. You know, and again, I mean, I was gifted with amazing stuff. Again, lots of care went into packaging this.
Yep.
It is a beautiful, beautiful book that I cannot wait to spend time reading. So thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you, brother.
It's gorgeous. That is gorgeous,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
So, yeah, I mean, pretty much the rest of it's probably just a bunch of racists saying stupid shit. So I just want to give a shout out to Eric, though. I mean, I know he's a big fan of the dump. He talks about it all the time. You probably just missed him talking about it. But Young Ripa is creating something not just for, I understand it's a beautiful thing for, the black community, but it's for not just like what you were just saying, Mark, for black dorks out there. Like you don't have to be embarrassed to be a dork, a nerd. Love comic books. Love what you love. I think that was a beautiful thing you just said, man.
I just can't tell you how much it's hurt me over the years because I've been in these streets a lot, and it's beautiful to see children full of hope, to see them full of possibility and potential, and to see it snuffed out again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
I have not gotten desensitized to turning on the news every morning and seeing there was another child that was killed by a stray bullet or something like that. We can't continue to let this happen. Sooner or later, you have to stop with the excuses and learn how to love yourself, learn how to expect the best for yourself, and then go get it. That's why, I'm going to do a video talking about this because that's what's going on with Eric July means to me. It's enough, let the kids grow. And like you said, all kids, because one thing that you go through also, like, when I first started doing my videos, I would be making points about Star Wars or something, and I get this comment, "Oh, it's bad if a black guy is saying this." Look, I've been in this for my entire life, So don't act like I just came in, or Fatal J just came in, or Abu Nas, or Damaj, or definitely Lord Callis. They've been living this stuff our entire lives, So stop treating it like it's a novelty. So that's what I'm saying.
Those are the racists, Mark. Those are true racists. The gatekeeping racists that want to keep people out for not just because of your color. It's just they don't want new people in, but they'll attack you for whatever they can find. And you are a beautiful black man wearing a beautiful shirt right now. Sporking News Podcast shirt.
Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, you're talking about Mark. Sorry.
Praise the sport.
Be one of them.
Yeah, man. Well,
The sport.
check out the merch shop. Someone will share the link soon. But thank you for being one of the only other people outside my family that bought it. Thank you.
One more thing too.
I love
Yeah.
a
lot of it too
beautiful
is
fit.
like we've seen, people don't want you to have or enjoy escapist entertainment.
Right.
And especially if you're black, they feel like your life has to be a life of struggle, as Mark was saying. And that in response to that, you have to be an activist on every point at all times in every career 24/7. Like you can't just rest
Right.
and just enjoy and create and have fun.
Refresh that.
No, you're right. Then Jane, that's important. It's like people just like, why are you mad that somebody wants to have fun and enjoy their life?
And
Because
this keeps
it's privilege.
Yeah. Privilege,
You're
my
not
ass.
supposed to have that.
But watching this
Jane
thing
is powerful. Jane is powerful. Lorena is powerful.
powerful.
And there's so many young girls out here, specifically now black girls, but there's so many girls out here who need to see that this is possible for them. Because they have a whole community and system around them that's been set up to tell them that you can only be this way. You can only talk this way.
Right.
And when you hear Jane talk, I mean, everybody says it, that voice,
Yeah.
the way that she's, just the way you come across, obviously intelligent, and just, and
Brilliant.
it's powerful, like I said. Yeah,
Brilliant,
it's something that they
accomplished
absolutely
women.
need to see. Absolutely. That's why I'm never going to stop nagging you to get on camera, Jane.
Yeah. Brilliant,
I want them to
accomplished
see
women.
you.
Brilliant, accomplished women. We are surrounded by them. We should celebrate them. They are amazing, and we are lucky that they decide to share the screen.
I know, right? It's awesome. It's so great when Jane said it comes on. I'm like, all right, we sound 30% smarter. This is awesome.
Imagine if Reva had been
nearly
more
double.
like Jane Theory. Come on, guys.
Come on.
Come on.
Hell no.
I-
All right. Culture. Thank you for gifting people 10 Sporking News podcast memberships. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure you accept the membership. If not, he gets his money back. So don't do that. Take the membership. There's 131 of you out there. So someone's going to take that membership.
Take that membership.
Take that membership. Thank you so much, my brother.
Abu.
Is Abu Nas in the house? What's up, Abu? One of my favorite people. Abu, we were just talking about you, man, a little bit ago. Monday nights when House of the Dragon starts, you got to join us, join the panel.
He is hyped. He is hyped. That's all he's talking about.
Yes, he is. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, he is hyped.
It's
He
sad.
got me
'cause-
hyped listening to him.
well, I got to say, because I've been holding this anger towards George R. R. Martin recently, that because I've admitted I most likely will not see the last book. But shut up. But I am excited to see what they're doing with this portion of his history, because we know the beginning, we know the end. Can they knock it out of the park with people that George really admires running the show? I think it's going to be a very good show. They got a great cast that, you know, they're not that well known, you know, so that's kind of how these things become. You could believe them in the role because they're not that well known. You know, I'm really excited to see what they have to offer.
No Woody Harrelson or something.
Right.
Real quickly, back to Eric July. We are blessed with an incredible creator that is
who's looking up at you right now.
Yeah, well, and not very. I don't look like I'm being approved of at the moment, but that's okay.
It's almost like that guy, you know that memer that just does the hands thing. Right?
The boss was very disappointed because Eric was at the Dallas meetup and she loves Eric like you can't even imagine. So it was very disappointing. So yeah,
that's why she wasn't there.
Yeah, she was.
Okay, you had to finish that part. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, she was bummed out because he, you know, like I said, her favorite YouTuber is this man, and so not even me. That says a lot.
No, I mean, can't blame her.
Well, that's why you grew the beard. That makes sense now.
So, any last thoughts on Eric July and his campaign before we get into the Lord of Crap?
I just want him to hit 5 million at this point. Hit 5 million.
I think he can do it.
And
I think he can do it too, and especially if he does what he said he's going to do, work on some more stuff. Could you imagine? You imagine? First of all, we were guaranteed 2 more campaigns by the end of the year because he hit the numbers.
See those are awesome goals. Think about that. Like he's promising more campaigns.
Yeah.
If he hits those numbers, he's hiring people, like giving somebody a job because we support his dream. I think that's an amazing. This is like grassroots, like no other, man.
Yeah.
He's contributing to
and
the
whatever he
economy.
drop, I'm buying.
Well, no, he did.
Yeah.
This is why I love those stretch goals, because we talked briefly about him, but the fact that he took his part timers to full time, because that was one of his stretch goals.
Yep.
He's hit all of them. He needs to set some more because he's clearly got room.
Right.
Share my screen
listen,
again.
guys, when he came on the show, last Wednesday, with the Dark
Thank
Council, I came in and just let people know you have to protect this man and what he's doing, because if you think they're going to let him make this type of money and inspire people the way he is without opposing him, then you're naive. Right. The hit pieces will come. They just have to figure out how they're going to do it without exposing themselves as the racists that they truly are. But believe me, they're working on it. I'm sure they're looking into as much of his personal life as they could possibly find. I've been trying to keep up with The Root, the online magazine, The Root, because I know how this thing works.
Oh, they're going to try to find some black people to do it.
Yes. They're going to try to find black people to turn against him and to smear his name, the same as they do with every prominent black person who goes against the group think. You can never, ever entertain what he might be saying, especially as a libertarian. So as content creators, wherever we see this happening, we have to play it like whack-a-mole. Every time they show their face or show their head, knock them back down. Come back with the opposing view.
Mark, you're 100% right, and this is what I want to do. I want to every time somebody pops up with whatever hot take they're going to present, we all go deep diving on them.
Yeah.
Because if you want to bring out people's skeletons, if they exist, which probably none for Mr. July.
And even if he does, who cares?
No, well, that's the other thing. But we gotta, bring up their skeletons. Hey, look at this hot take you had 4 years ago. Look at what's going on in your life,
dude. If we're talking skeletons, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if we're talking skeletons, I have like the Kardashian of walk-in closet skeletons. So you know what, man? Like whatever. Let him
run
live.
the same play as they did with Gina Carano. It won't really matter what the truth is. If you can get a bunch of dumbasses out there to believe what you're saying without doing any type of research for themselves, then they don't have a life of its own.
That's correct.
That's
you're
the
right.
reason why they call us the fandom menace. Even though, for us, a lot of people put that down a long time ago, but our enemies understand that we are a menace as a fandom. We're a menace to their industry. And that's what I was always trying to get across with people when they, everyone was dumping on the fandom menace. I understand, all right? There was a lot of personal problems, but you have been named the fandom menace. You didn't pick that up yourself. And if your enemies are identifying that, you as that, then, sometimes you just got to be that. Whatever you call me, I am your enemy. This is a rebellion. It's not pretty.
Just with this, I'd like to think that this one with the question, like the 600,000, with just the questions, it's like, we don't know, we got nothing, we've given you everything.
Well, the thing is, I mean, his first goal was 100K. He was, he was shocked. He was shocked, and it still has 69 days left, which is insane.
This is real. It's a stretch goal for 150.
That's beautiful.
Real.
But it blew his mind. Look, his mind was blown in Dallas when he showed up. He could not comprehend the kind of support we had in that room. Yeah. We quadruple broke the fire code that night, right? Yep. Which is why they're dividing our butts up into two groups in Florida, because they know it's gonna be huge.
Yep. It looked like I jumped in a pool when I left.
I ain't leaving. So, hey guys, we got over 150 people watching, but we do not have 100 likes. So let's blow that up, please. Giggity, as Matt W says.
Likes.
Thank you, everybody.
Cooler in October.
Yeah, right. And where though?
Dude, in Florida,
Orlando. It's a swamp. Hopefully I make it there though. So guys,
with me, you know what? Stay on after the show. We're going to talk.
All right. So what we're going to talk about right now though is the Lord of the Rings. Our boy Fatal J. I said Joe. Fatal Joe.
Hey, you called me Final J. He called me Final J earlier. What's going on with you, man?
I'm stuttering like a mofo. I'm just excited to have you on, man. So we got Fatal.
So we got fucking J.
Final J. And we got Raging and all these great people.
I got Raging here. I'm so happy to have Raging.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. And make sure, guys, in the chat, look up. You might have a membership. There's like 40 of them sent out tonight. So if you have a membership, it'll be at the top of the chat, I believe. And just click on the green button.
And cool stuff now. Now, if you're a member and you send a super chat, it's a VIP super chat. It's all fancy colors with stars.
Yeah, it is. And I'm going to do a stream for you guys one of these days. Maybe next Saturday.
Next Saturday, Knucklehead.
I'll do it before this show. It'll be like at 7:30 if my wife lets me. Okay, so
Fatal Jug. Somebody said Fatal Jug in the chat.
Hit those likes.
Hit those likes, guys. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch it. They'll probably hit me for a copyright. I don't care.
I think people have been getting away with it lately.
All right. Do I have to watch it on their YouTube channel? Like, because I think I have like EW or something or ET.
I don't think it matters.
It's a bunch of channels. That,
I think there's a difference in getting a copyright claim on a stream than there is on a video. Like I've done a video reacting to a trailer, not had a copyright claim, and then reacted to the trailer like on a stream and got a copyright claim.
Yeah, it is crazy. Before I bring that up, though, Floro from Under a Rock. Flora, dude, this guy's great. We had him on the show. He goes all in with his puppets. all in.
Yeah. He is again another industry we are working on quietly. I mean, the Cotton connection with the Cotton Council. The Cotton Council is reborn, kids. You are going to get into. Dude. Floral's a big part of it. Of course, Snowdub, who was in the chat earlier, is probably still here. But this is a different industry. We are going to.
Is Kermit the Log on there?
No.
Oh, K-Log.
K-Log retired, as far as I know. But
I see, because that's my boy. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
But honestly, you are having the goal is to replace the Muppets with the Cotton Council. So and so you're going to start to see some new stuff. You're going to see advanced stuff, and this guy is a major part of it because Floral and everybody he brings to the table, Wilton and all of them.
Yeah,
they are cut ups from way back.
Dude, his voices are fantastic too.
Well, they need to bring back K-Log. Because me and K-Log used to go around YouTube robbing people's channels.
I remember that. Oh, my God. That was some good stuff. He said for 2 Canadian, I believe. Canadian. Did you see... wait a minute. Did you see the Wilton the Troll edition trailer? We might be seeing it right now. So we're going to bring this up right now. And we're going to react... Oh, does he have a will? All right, find it. We'll look at.
We need that because they're doing some really disgusting, obscene things with the Muppets.
Yes, so they are.
I'm ready for them to be gone, and you're going to be here. For sure.
And the worst part, it's the Muppet Babies they're doing it with. Not even the Muppets. It's the Muppet Babies. Gonzo's wearing. It's
What?
Yeah, they had. Yep, and I mean, look. Gonzo, even as a kid, you knew Gonzo was a little different, but it's like the idea that. Like, come on. We don't have to.
Gonzo
we don't have to.
was the drummer, though, wasn't he? Wasn't he the drummer?
No. That was Animal. That was Animal.
It was a bit of a dickhead.
Gonzo was just effed up.
Dude, Gonzo was banging like chickens. Like, come on. Come on. Even as a kid, I was like, he has a weird obsession with his chickens,
Well, he does have a dick on his face, so...
Yeah. Well, the chickens like it, I guess. All right. All right, here we go. Fatal J has a video on this blowing up. That's why I think...
Hey, you can thank Gary for that because...
Yep.
Gary, I said this trailer was a little bit better. And Gary replied, he said, well, if you want to take this and account for this, and account for this, and account for this, then I guess it would be better. And I was like, damn, he just made me look like an idiot. And
Right.
Because Gary...
He breaks it down.
When you say something opposite of Gary, you're going to get ratioed on Twitter automatically.
Well, the thing, Fatal, is that you want to believe, bro.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times we look at a trash trailer and Fatal be the first one to say, that looks dope.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's dope? What's dope, bro?
When Mark say it's going to suck, it's going to suck.
Well, also though, Gary is. I know you probably like the Lord of the Rings, but Gary is he's a member of the Society. Like Gary read the Similarian, and that dude, I tried reading that, and it's like reading the Bible. It's hard. Similarian. I can never say it.
No, don't get confused. I'm a hardcore Tolkien lore fan. Like I consider myself know about the lore. I know about the Silmarillions. I read that.
Yeah, it's hard to get through. I'm like halfway through.
I read The Hobbit in the 4th grade, and that book blew my mind. I read it in 2 days. Like I was in church reading it, and I felt like I was in Middle Earth. So yeah. Like I'm a hardcore Tolkien fan, man.
So Harkin says, look at the trailer ratio though.
Oh, it's rough, bro.
I don't have
a bad trailer.
Right, I don't have the thing that shows you the dislike.
I do. We can pop it in a second.
Yeah,
I got it too. But this is the thing. This is the reason why it's getting ratio. This fan base goes back even further than anything. Marvel, DC, Star Wars. This is an old fan base. So they know when they see crap. When September hit, you're going to see something on the epic level of Last Jedi with so many people pissed off about this show.
No, Fatal. There's going to be a difference. The one difference is that the entire Tolkien fan base is going to be in uproar. Whereas the Star Wars fan base, when The Last Jedi hit, was, no, you just don't understand Star Wars. Like, fuck off, cunts. Seriously, sorry. But, like... I don't want to... Anyway,
sorry.
I think the difference here is that you don't have the movie versus the lore, books type of situation. Like there is one lore, There's one history. There's one story.
Yeah, that
And then
used
on
to be
top
case
of that,
Star
the
Wars too.
quality is just terrible, regardless of
Yeah.
the story. The costumes look cheap.
Yeah.
They
The
do.
CGI
They
looks
do.
Jane, what did we say about the
dialogue is ridiculous.
right? We were talking before the stream, Jane. So the OneRing.com, not .net, those are the shills. .com put a tweet out and it's like, $1 billion doesn't go as far today as it used to. You could get like drama school like clothing. Like the clothes look
like a
terrible.
fake.
It was terrible, Jane. It was terrible.
It looks so bad.
But this is the thing about Tolkien. He made his book so detailed. You could literally take one character out the book, just one character, and trace back their whole lineage by generations, like by hundreds and thousands of years. So if you slip up on one character or race swap a character, you screwed up everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Well, it's
100.
to me too. Part of the problem is that my biggest issue is with Galadriel, because they're basically turned her into this feminist icon,
Right.
Yeah, and she
as
wasn't like
opposed
that.
to what she actually has always been, which is this really embodiment of both femininity and extreme ultra.
So what you're trying to say
Power,
is that she was a true feminist icon, and now they're turning into a fake feminist icon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It sounds about right.
Interesting how that works. How they turn like the real feminist icon into a bullshit male feminist female
Exactly.
icon thing.
I mean, they pretty much.
Dumb.
They pretty much, and I know, like, they pretty much explain her to be so beautiful, but it's her eye, like her eyes, like even when you read it, you're scared of her eyes.
Her
Like she is
hair.
powerful. Her hair too. Yes.
What have they done to her hair?
Hang on,
I had
Ryan.
to-
Let Jane go.
Go.
Let Jane go.
No,
Well-
I'm so unnerved by her overall look,
Mm-hmm.
how she's carrying herself, how she's speaking. It's like, who is this supposed? I didn't even recognize when Nerd Cookies posted her
Right.
for the first time. I couldn't tell what character that was supposed to be.
The boob armor. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, so let's watch
Gandalf.
it. Let's watch it.
This is Wilton's version of the Lord of the Rings trailer. So
Yes.
there we go.
There was a time.
I'm laughing at Terminus.
So
I
young,
know.
there had not yet been a sunrise. But even then,
Are we hearing it in two?
Okay, that right
What?
there, those two trees. they
Why
did
am I
a good
hearing
job.
it somewhere else? Is somebody else playing it?
Why is it so
Somebody
quiet?
is what the Bible doing on
I
here.
swear I stopped it.
Did
I not-
What's happening?
It says
I
Wilton
can
edition.
barely even hear it.
have far
I know. I saw something about the Bible, Genesis.
Wasn't there a cartoon character in there somewhere?
Are we not watching the one I have? No, we're not. We're watching somebody else's.
I'm about to say what this is.
We're watching Culture's version. Okay.
What's going on? It's worse than I thought. Oh my
Why do they
god.
look
This is-
homeless?
Floral. Floral did it, man. That's great.
It's time to put down your
Oh my
sword.
god. Look at that. I haven't seen this trailer. I know this isn't the like.
No, it pretty much is this bad.
Now is where?
The environment is beautiful, though. I gotta give it up on that.
seen my share.
You have not seen.
Cheeto. That's what Nerd Cookie said. Looks
I
like
saw
she
that.
had
He said-
Cheeto dust all over her. I thought that
But
was
it's like
hilarious.
She's explaining to Elrond what it means to be a warrior and why,
Right.
she has all this
Like he-
vision and what's to come. He doesn't
He's
understand.
missing all the best
Like
text
it
on the
begins to
screen.
be
But
destroyed.
like even all the elves, they don't look elegant at all. They
Okay, you pause that.
Pause it.
Yeah. With that, when
Andrew.
you showed the black woman.
With the crazy eyes?
Yeah, the black woman look like
Right
yeah,
there.
that right there.
I
They
know her
screwed
from-
this up bad.
Yeah.
Do you know that's you know Aragorn from Lord of the Rings? Aragorn?
Yeah. Yes.
That's one of his ancestors.
Well, she's also the queen, which it doesn't make sense. It's the king's blood, but anyways, Aragorn. Look, I knew he was smooth. You know, he got style. He got style. Strider. What a cool name. Gotta have something.
Wow.
Almost sounds like a dance move.
You know, that's so messed up how they've messed with this. Think about what they did to Galadriel. Her husband
Yeah,
is
well, he
dead.
doesn't exist anymore.
He's
so-
dead in this,
Yeah.
He's dead. Yeah.
but he's not in the Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings. He's alive. So I'm very confused.
No. He got better. He got better.
Is this like a multiverse thing where he's not alive?
Yeah. Ray came and force healed him.
Yeah, this is the silver timeline.
Sorry, I just want to. Just something that I wanted to say before.
Yeah.
They basically, what we were saying about taking a strong female character and turning it into what they perceive to be a strong female character.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I always bring stuff back to Star Wars, but it's kind of the same thing with what they did with that in regards to they wanted these strong female characters. You know, the Force is female and all this kind of stuff. If you just had adapted the EU, you had Jaina Solo and Mara Jade, strong female characters all over the place, but they're too dumb to recognize that it was already as diverse as they want it to be. Like,
right.
Everything,
Look,
everything is brained in racism and sexism that, you know, because it was just produced back then, means that it's sexist or racist, despite the fact that you've got characters like Lando. And I know in Lord of the Rings it's very different because of the universe that he created. It was a English mythos that he wanted to create.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's created in a world where you do have human diversity. Like people, they keep ignoring the fact that the humans represent the humans. It's actual humanity.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you've also got like elves, you've got diversity in races within that universe. You know,
they're everywhere. You have darker skinned people in this world. But they're from different areas. Going back, because before it was easy to travel and people, were moving to different areas, forced or not forced, to move to these different areas. You had massive cultures that were all white. You know, the majority of English in 500 AD were probably white. You know,
if you look at the Middle Earth map, you can pretty much tell what J.R.R. Tolkien was doing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Middle Earth is pretty much Europe. Okay, you got the Easterlings, which represents the Arabic or the Asian people. Then if you go south of Middle Earth, that's Africa, which is called Harad or Far Harad.
Right.
That's where the black people are. Middle Earth is focused on the European portion of the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, there's inspiration that's been grabbed from different parts of the world that Tolkien grabbed from different parts of the world to create these races within this universe.
Yeah, there's a term for it too.
Dwarves, hobbits, all of these things that were created. Now, you can't just go and twist that. I mean, I've done a video on my channel about the importance of lore and continuity, and as soon as you start changing something that the original creator made or described in detail about these things, as soon as you change that, it's no longer this isn't Lord of the Rings. It is labeled, it's got this label slapped on it, Lord of the Rings, but it's not Lord of the Rings. It's the same with Star Wars. It's not Star Wars. As soon as they change one of the laws, for example, hyperspace, you're making a jump into hyperspace from atmosphere, right? Ship should blow up, but they do it, and they do it constantly. As soon as that is broken, it's no longer in the Star Wars universe. They've created something completely new.
I feel like they're just hyperspace skipping at this point.
Oh yeah, it's
what they do. They're shifting people around. They're shifting around timelines. Nobody really knows what's happening when, based on the trailers, because everything is all mushed together. So it's structurally bizarre. At this point, it's a huge question mark as to what they're even doing. But in terms of diversity, what's most frustrating is that it is a human world. And it is based on Christianity as well as this European mythos. It is a creation story. It's sort of like an alternate take on the Bible.
Yeah.
And so you do have, if you wanted to focus on diversity and different colored people, human people, you could absolutely do that. But you can't shortcut it.
But it just goes to show, Jane, how narrow-minded. It goes to show how narrow-minded these writers and creators actually are in what they consider to be diversity. Because
it's not their incompetence, though.
That's right. Because if they had have sat down and actually read the books, they should be able to recognize the diversity within that universe.
And this the thing about it, and I think the homie DeMach and I say it all the time. If you already have black characters, use those black characters.
Yep.
Because this is a thing. You don't have to race swap Tolkien created black characters that you could use.
Are they called orcs? Are they called orcs, Fatal?
Nah, man, that's just idiots. That's idiots talking. But this is the thing, man. I think it's deeper than this. It's way deeper than this. I think they do this because they want to create controversy, and it's a way of marketing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're mad and we're angry about this. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're talking about it, we're promoting it at the same time. It's just like the Reva stuff with Kenobi.
Yeah.
When they made up the racism and all that type of stuff,
Yeah.
you had two sides. One side was fighting for Reva and going against the racists. Then you had the other people that didn't like Reva, but they wasn't considered racist. And then you had racist people that didn't like Reva. So you had three people all talking about Star Wars Kenobi, but not talking about the content.
But here's the thing, though.
Only
one of those groups would spend money, and it wasn't theirs.
Wasn't any of those groups. Yeah.
You were just about to say that, Mark. That was crazy.
I was. I love it. I love it.
You guys are on fire, but I have something to show you, and I know it's backtracking a little bit. There's ISOM. That's from
that's cool. I saw that.
Andy Masterson, kids.
What?
He has the action figure.
Yep.
Oh, he looks like he's got something stuck.
They already got the action figure ready on this
Yeah,
fan
this is Andy Masterson already has.
Did he
the
make
action
it?
Figure. He made
Yeah,
this.
he does. He does custom. He does custom.
Yeah.
Ones. He's done.
Could he make a
he's on the-
Sporking?
Oh yeah.
I know he didn't make me too. On my
The only
you know
criticism that I would
something,
have.
He led me. He kind of implied that he might be working on something for the Dark Council.
Oh.
I understood him right because someone said, "Hey, that looks like the gospel," and I'm like, "I don't know about that." And he's like,
Mark,
"No,
that
no,
do
I'm
kind of
working on
favor
something
you
for
a
that."
little bit, though.
Hey, Mark with the C is cast as the live action ISOM.
Heck yeah.
I've only got one criticism. Maybe the next stand that you make, make it under the arms or something, as opposed to
Yeah, up his ass. Let's finish this trailer with the normal one, and
Set up his arms.
because I want to see the Harfoots or whatever the hell they are, and
They
they also.
watch the real trailer.
Yeah, you want to watch that? I mean, that was, but let's watch it. We'll watch it again from the beginning and literally listen to some of the stuff they say. Some of the dialogue is very, I don't know, stupid, yes, but also new, I don't know, Star Wars-ish.
I was about to ask. I haven't seen this. Is there any reference to, let's say, letting the past die?
Yes.
And Gary was the one that pointed out to me.
Yep.
It said something about let the past die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here we
kill
go.
it if you
Watch.
have to.
Here we go.
So you know what that means, Rachel. That means canon is about to be broken.
About to be broken.
Not only that, but it's like,
F the canon.
Are you seriously? Are you writers that dumb that you seriously want to essentially break the fourth wall with your audience through your dialogue?
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking that stupid that you need to actually tell people specifically
Rhino,
through your
yes.
dialogue?
The answer is yes to all those questions.
that you've got to let the past go. Let go. You fucking idiot. Write like you're writing for the character, not like you're writing for the audience.
Oh, wow. That's some good advice. Actually, write shit we might want to see. What's up?
Later on in the trailer, when they get towards the end, I'm going to tell you to pause something.
Yep.
Because that's going to be definitely the nail in the coffin for this show. Something that I peeped out.
All right.
So young.
Oh,
There had not yet been a sunrise. But even then, there was.
Okay, can I just say one thing? This is the second age. I thought the trees were already gone towards the middle of the second age. Like
Part of it is good, and I can't get the time right because I keep hearing different numbers.
Okay.
But
No,
it's
it's
going
right.
to be like a flashback for either a few minutes or a few hours.
Okay.
You right. It was lamps at first that lit up
right.
the world. That was the first age. I think it might be the beginning of the second age where they still had the trees, but the trees got destroyed by Morgoth.
Right.
And I think this series is mainly second age, but it's divided like in different portions.
Okay,
Of
all
the
right.
second age.
Because I do like the canon. It's just so much to keep together, and I'm not one of those people. So
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
all my brain goes to George R.R. Martin stuff. So I don't always remember the timeline. All right.
Just before we do, just before we continue, you know what I hate about this the most is that like
Everything.
we are in a day and age where it's more about a visual age, right? And people are more consuming visual products and getting their entertainment and getting their, you know, a lot of books are now being adapted to the screen sort of thing. So there's a lot less people actually out there reading it. Tolkien's work, if the culture keeps going the way that it's going to go, right, is going to get lost in bullshit like this because the people that are now consuming it now believe that this is actually what the
They
original
created.
creator
Yep.
created.
Well, that's
know
what
what
they
I'm saying?
want you, though. They want you to not look back.
Ignore it.
They
yeah.
want to destroy our past so you don't look.
Sorry,
you
I
don't
just
look
wanted to
back.
put that out.
No, but you're absolutely right, though, Raging. They don't want you to know your history. They don't want you to know anything about that. Because if you know your history, well, then you don't repeat your history, or
Well,
you at least
literature-
you respect your history. They don't want any of that.
Literature is so important. Sorry, Grant.
I'm saying history's racist, so why would you want
Yeah,
to remember
yeah,
it?
you don't want to
Yeah.
remember it.
Their version
Damn
of
you,
history is all
Abraham
light and
Lincoln.
colourful,
But
But
see,
yeah,
literally,
bloody Republicans. Oh.
like, I can't remember what I was going to fucking say now.
Yeah, that's fine, bro.
Literature. Sorry,
Okay.
literature is very important, right? And like not like there's fictional literature, and then you've got you've got different aspects of literature. Now, of course, with this, it's something that was created. It's not real. It's fantasy. All of that sort of thing. But it's still very important to the culture.
Right.
It's still very important to literature.
Right.
And to then just come out and completely butcher it, the way that these people and be proud of your butchering of this, because you think that Tolkien was embedded in racism or whatever you think in your head. It doesn't matter. You're adapting Tolkien's work, even if it is smothered in racism. If you choose to adapt Tolkien's work, then adapt it as racist, because that's what he did, right? If that's what it is, it's not about changing it for the culture in today's society. It's not about doing that. You bought Star Wars to adapt Star Wars. You bought Lord of the Rings to adapt Lord of the Rings, to adapt what these creators created, not to change what they created. It's like I'm saying, if Tolkien was really, if Tolkien was really racist.
Oh, he thinks he's better than Tolkien.
Bought it, and you bought it, and you want to adapt it, then you adapt it based on how we wrote it. So you adapt it as racist.
Speaking of adapting, I did adapt your name about, I don't know, an hour ago, but you hadn't noticed, just to let you know.
Raging Raylo. Oh, that's fucking fantastic.
I also did it to Mark as well.
Oh, guys, we have over. Wait a minute. What's Mark's? What's Mark's?
Mark with a big D.
Oh, snap. And a Sporking News shirt on. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt, man. He looks beautiful. Looks
I meant
beautiful.
to say it does help
Anyway.
your growth. So
So we got over 200 people watching right now. Hit the like button, guys. Please subscribe. Well, first to me, then go just subscribe to the rest of these people. I know Culture's getting close to 4K. He's like less than 60 people. So make sure you hit Culture up.
Rhino, I just wanted to say, all of that passion that you have, they don't have that.
No.
It's like they don't value the lore. They're acting like canon is a bad word these days.
Yeah.
This is the reason why you get Joby Harold and Tiger Wakuku talking about we don't have time to look into the history of these things, because to them it's just vanity projects. We're just the ones who are doing it now. We have it, and we'll destroy your what did he say? We'll destroy your
mythos
in a minute,
I'll
baby.
destroy your ethos. It's funny to them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They don't have that passion. They think it's funny to troll us the way they are.
But it's insulting. It's insulting to the creator, the original creator. What they've done to Star Wars is insulting to George Lucas. What they're doing to Lord of the Rings is insulting to Tolkien. It's then insulting to the fans, right? That love this, that learnt the laws and learnt the rules and all of these things. It's insulting to them. And you know what's really funny is that the people that are making this, writing this, creating this, decided to do it this way. It was an actual conscious decision that they made to fuck these people in the asshole. It's fucking annoying.
But Rhino, how do you feel about it?
Well, but and let's make sure that was in the asshole, correct?
In the asshole.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean,
Anyway.
Hey man, I'm telling you, these ratios are like that for a reason. You're going to see a massacre in September. I promise you.
The last thing that's insulting, that I just wanted to point out is that those fans that are sitting out there going, "Oh my god, that's amazing! Oh my god, bringing Qui-Gon back and actually having him physically appear is
that was so bad.
It's law breaking, but I'm down for it. You fucktards out there have become a part of the problem, and you are just as you've insulted the fans that you used to stand behind. You've insulted the creator of these things just as much as the people making the shit. You are just as fucking bad, and you're just as fucking responsible for the constant creation of more fucking shit.
And you know what?
If you stood up for the rights of the fucking creator, the fucking person that actually created it and said, "Oh no, you can't do that. You better not bring Qui-Gon back. You better not make Galadriel this warrior princess. Let's turn her into Xena. Fuck it.
Xena.
Who cares?
She's Xena now.
Go fuck yourself. If you're a fan out there that is literally,
Right, no.
You know,
she did no fighting.
Why do seals have flat dicks?
Right, no.
Fuck
She
off.
did
You're all dumb
zero
cunts.
fighting
I
in the
never
book.
used that word. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's beautiful. Go ahead.
Galadriel did zero fighting in the books. No fighting.
She didn't need to.
Yeah.
Her power wasn't physical.
I'm sorry. I just get so passionate about the lore and canon side of these things.
It's all right, man.
No, sorry, Rhino. I missed that. Could you start again at the beginning, brother? I missed it. I was out.
I only have one thing to say to you, Rhino. What the fuck are you talking about?
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Listen, Rhino has a valid point. Truthfully, we've gotten to a point. People attacked me. I remember getting attacked for The Mandalorian because I didn't like it. And it was like, you just don't like anything. And that's not the truth. It's I didn't like what they were doing. I saw what they were already approaching. They're going to give you those first couples, like that first season where you're like, okay, this might not be that bad. And then they fuck you in the ass. So listen, this is the problem that I see the most though recently is people who used to fight with us that now raging, you put it perfectly, are like, well, I know they're doing that, but it's okay. I'll watch it anyways. I can't stand anymore.
Stephen Bateman in the chat says, I haven't seen any fans that are for this. Yes, you know why that is, Stephen Bateman? Because the Lord of the Rings fans actually have integrity.
Yeah.
And they want to see their fucking fan, what they love, honored and actually adapted well. Nearly every single one of them want that. Yep. Whereas the Star Wars fans are so fucking stupid that they're willing to actually go against what the creator actually said and actually wants, and they're just willing to suck the Disney cock. It's incredible, the difference.
Excuse me, was that I'm sorry, was that cock or cock?
Whatever you want to call it.
Just check it.
It is a very feminine penis, though, so it's okay.
That these fans keep sticking in their mouths and actually accepting the garbage. That's where the difference is. People aren't liking this because they know it goes against Tolkien's work, and all the Tolkien fans are actually in agreement over that. Whereas your Star Wars fans or your Star Trek fans are so fucking stupid because, oh no, whatever it is that they're fucking saying is so dumb because, again, they're fine with insulting the original creator of what they apparently love.
I think what it
take a breath, Rhino.
I think what it is.
We gotta watch this trailer.
With the Disney stuff, with the Star Wars stuff, it still looks good, and so that buys a lot, of goodwill among many people who just don't see anything beyond the superficial. So that has a lot to do with it. But here, we're not even getting the visuals.
Right.
Like the bare minimum that they could get right with that budget, they're not even giving us that.
No. Someone pointed out in the chat before that look at Galadriel and look at her armor. It looks like the t-shirt underneath has the chainmail. Like it's not even chainmail, it's just a t-shirt. So we're keep an eye out for that.
Too, because Peter Jackson set the standard.
Yes,
like I honestly believe it won't get better than Peter Jackson.
It
I
can.
mean, because he did it so perfectly.
And he respected the lore.
Dude, Peter Jackson couldn't even do better than Peter Jackson. When he
Right.
tried it.
I took some issues with how he portrayed some characters and some decisions he made in turning
Yeah,
things around.
and it wasn't 100% like the
But
book.
it looked good.
It looked good, and this is the thing.
Oh.
Like he respected the lore, like Casino and Sports said, and they don't respect this.
No.
Like
You
you
know how
can tell,
easy it is?
man.
Do you know how easy it is? Lord of the Rings for these people is a slam dunk. It's not even a layup. It's a slam fucking dunk.
You just have to follow the notes.
You fucking same with Star Wars. It was a fucking slam dunk. It
Yeah.
wasn't even close to a layup. It wasn't even like you
Dude,
could
George
fucking-
Lucas is still
all you had
alive.
to all you had to do was honorably adapt the writing, honorably adapt the story. And that's all you had to do. That's all you had to do.
Mm-hmm.
He
These
gave it to
things-
him. He gave
But
it
no,
to
watch
him.
this. But watch this, y'all. Peter Jackson didn't want nothing to do with this. Now, what they tell
Of
you?
course not. Of
What
course
did
not.
they tell
You remember what he was saying in those interviews when he was making Lord of the Rings and everything?
Yeah.
He was saying how, we want to make sure that we're adapting Tolkien's work. We're honoring Tolkien, right,
This
in
is
what
his-
we're doing.
This is his
We can't-
story. This isn't our story. There's no
That's
need to inject
right.
modern day politics into a story that was written
all of
70
that
years
stuff
ago.
that he said. He like no way would he want to get involved in this.
right.
Have his name attached to this.
Story that was
No
written.
fucking way.
Right. All right, let's watch a little bit more.
2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move.
Jesus Christ.
See, you play that on Dark Council. Somebody gonna get kicked off the show. If you play that on Dark Council, you would get kicked
I
off
just
the show.
I just want to say I did not create that, and I did not just bring that up. That was funny though.
Did you play that by accident? Is that
No, I
what
didn't.
you think? Come on, bro.
People
No
got
judgment.
too many people got control of my
Well,
God.
in all fairness, you should have shared that on your
Crap.
timeline originally. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
that did have somebody's face on it. That was the worst part about it.
Oh my god.
Click that. It wasn't me.
That can easily be a part of this, though. I tell
Oh,
you never
yeah, I thought it was. All right.
know. Black Richard Simmons.
It improved the trail, I'll put it that way.
Wait, I watched this already.
Elves have forests to protect.
First.
Dwarfs their minds.
Some of it is beautiful looking. I got to give them that. Like the CGI,
right.
people's CGI,
Yeah.
those guys should be applauded.
And then they show a slow. Then they show a close up, and you're like, "Holy shit, that's vinyl on fucking plastic."
Yes,
what the
right.
fuck is
I
that?
It
agree.
doesn't look that good to me.
It's the grandiose like that. I thought that looked kind of cool. That looks kind of cool.
The only thing they got good
Yeah,
is
your,
the tree.
your wide shots, your completely 100% computer created shots.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Look good because they've got time to be able to do that. They're not having to deal with actors or anything in the shot.
Right.
It's when you get to those close-ups.
And here let's get to those close-ups.
Men their fields of grain. But we Harfoots have each other.
And this Harfoot bullshit. Like, oh, they're not even in the lore yet. I can't stand them.
We're safe.
See, here's my question about the
Yeah.
Harford.
Yeah.
If you're doing the thing, if you're building this whole story about what they look like based on the line about them being browner, then why are they multicolored?
Yeah.
Like if they're a distinct,
It's a great
if you're a
point.
distinct species of hobbit that have brown skin, then why don't they all have brown skin?
Right.
You're not even
Watch this,
consistent
Jane.
with the narrative you're trying to push.
These are the original too.
But Jane, watch this. What happened to them in the third age?
That's it.
show?
Well,
Did they
what
all just?
happened- what would have happened? I mean, see that is not the part that bothers me because the other two groups were light skinned and they all mixed, so they could have easily been absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
But my issue is why don't they look? If you're going to cast it based on this lore that you say you're basing them on, then why don't they all look that way?
Yeah.
Watch this, Jane. Now you got to explain that for the black dwarves and the black elves too, because
Even though the
those
elves
don't
are
make any sense because
Not at all.
they're not even human, first of all. And
Right.
secondly, we have descriptions of them that are different.
Yep.
And they don't include brown skin references.
Actually,
doesn't make
elves
sense.
are fair skin. He actually writes fair skin.
Fair skin, fair hair, fair eyes.
Yep.
With
See,
limited-
but again, Jane, they don't give a shit about what the description, the descriptors of the characters
true.
are. I mean, you look at the dwarves and their female dwarves with their beards, like, you know, I don't know, like they just don't care. They don't care.
Nope.
Tolkien did have another book that you aren't even mentioning, The Great Black Genocide. Why aren't you referencing that?
Of the Great Black Genocide of the Harfoot.
And
nice.
Sam actually did have darker
So wrong.
skin. That's one of the reasons why people think that he was a Harfoot descendant.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
they didn't disappear entirely.
I don't even know.
You have fought long enough, Galadriel.
Wait, is he wearing the same shirt again?
Put up your sword.
now that
I'm
I thought
wearing
this
the
was
same
Doogie
jumper.
Howser.
I'm
I
wearing
thought
the
that
same
was
jumper
Doogie
now.
Howser. the actor.
I was thinking the same thing, Fatal. He looked like
He looks like Ryan, dude. I can't get by it. Every time I see the dude, I think of the... Yeah, he was great. The guy was great as Ned Stark, but this is a bad
Oh,
casting.
that is
Well-
Ned Stark, the younger one.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are
I
right.
didn't
And
realize that.
honestly, though, Fail, you're not wrong. I think NPH, Neil Patrick Harris, the original Doogie Howser,
Yep.
would crush that role.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
The enemy is still out there. The question now is where?
It is
Now that's
over.
beautiful.
You have not seen what I've seen.
I have
This part pisses me off, okay?
This dialogue should be reversed, if anything.
Right. This part pisses me off though. It's like she is so like he's a man. He doesn't know. Come on.
Not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You know they got to diss the
You're
males in the
nuts.
show.
You have no
There you go.
Look at that. Like she's Cheeto covered, like whatever. They're underwater. I don't know what's going on, but the CGI, I'm taking it back, Jane. I'm taking it back. I'm not very happy with any of this at the moment.
Oh,
It
so I
really
always thought that was
doesn't
the
look
eye
like
Sauron
that.
up the top, because that's what it looks like.
It kind of look like that too, but I'm thinking this might be. It got to be Morgoth though, instead of Sauron.
Yeah,
Because this still first age, second age type stuff.
that's right.
No,
'cause he's-
dude, they don't
he's
care.
still-
It's going to be Sauron's son.
It might
it's
be. You all
Yeah.
never know.
He's got that daddy energy after all.
He created a time machine and went back in time to the second age.
And they'll do that too.
They'll figure something out.
What I have seen.
Yeah, you haven't seen it.
He's gonna tell you not to mansplain.
Go.
I've seen. You haven't
Darkness will
seen.
march over the face of the earth. It will
But
be
hey,
the
go back
elves,
real
not
quick. Can you
just
go
of-
back to the elf? Now this is what makes me mad too. Why is he old looking? Because elves all are young.
Yeah, I mean, okay. He's the only one that kind of looks like an elf, though. He has long hair, you know, like
That's true, but they made him old.
right.
I'd
My
argue he
issue is
does-
that the elves in this show look homeless. Like they don't look they don't look
Elegant.
ethereal, they don't look majestic,
Jay,
they
you're
don't look
right, because they
superhuman.
supposed
They
to
just
look-
look like regular basic people.
Yeah, they
Right.
supposed to look beautiful. Even their clothing is beautiful.
Right. And this is their time too. This is their time.
But
When
think
they
about
at
that.
that peak.
No, but you're 100% right. Think about in the Jackson film, right? You knew you were in a different place
Yes.
because it was otherworldly. You were looking on an otherworldly being. And
But
it was-
even the Hobbit's reactions to seeing the elves
Yeah.
is a bit like,
Yeah.
oh, you know,
Yeah.
sorry, culture.
Remember
Yeah.
when Lord of the Rings first came on, the Fellowship of the Ring, and
Yep.
remember it was showing them the elves fighting Sauron?
Yep.
Even their armor looked majestic.
Now they're
Yeah. I mean, look at Liv Tyler for the first time. She's bathed in like this glow. She's gorgeous.
And that was
Right.
the glow. The glow is missing.
Well,
Because that's
that's
one
it.
of the
All
things
of it's
Jackson
missing.
got really well did really well with them was that they gave off this like you
Aura.
looking at them would know that this is a different species. This is a different thing.
Yeah.
But looking at these people, it's just, Randy from down the street in a costume. It's ridiculous.
Looking like Caesar. Okay.
of the earth. It will be the end, not just of
This
our
looks like
people,
shit right here.
but all
Okay, stop right there.
Is that Gandalf?
That's going to be Gandalf, bro. And
No.
I'm telling you,
The birth of Gandalf?
if they put Gandalf in this show, that's the nail of the coffin.
No. Hey,
the nail in the coffin.
He'd be Gandalf the Brown there, though.
I hear you, but hang on. It's worse than that. Dude, this is Sirius Black, man. They brought some Harry Potter shit in this.
He kind of gives off that vibe.
Yeah, dude. Sirius Black.
The dirty hands and
He's
stuff.
going to come in and he's going to announce himself. I am Gandalf the Gay.
But watch this. This is how I know that's Gandalf, because it shows him later on helping a hobbit. Gandalf was the only man. I know he's an Istaria wizard.
Yeah,
but
right.
He was the only man that interacted with the hobbits.
Right.
This is going to be Gandalf, and everybody is going to have a field day slaughtering them.
Not the super fans.
Spoken.
He's
Fatal
probably
Damas
right.
has spoken.
Yes, he
He's going
has.
to show up with some rainbow-colored fireworks.
And also, in this scene, he's not letting anyone pass, so it's got to be Gandalf.
It's got to be Gandalf. It's got to be Gandalf.
Latino slant, you weren't supposed to tell anybody that.
Elrond looks like shit. I just want to point that out again. I know we've talked about this, but Elrond with the short hair and
Looks terrible.
Like, looks nothing like weaving. Like I mean, if this is supposed to be an elf, and they age very, very fucking slowly, if at all.
Right.
It's Australian genocide. They're getting rid of all the Australian actors in this show and replacing them.
But I mean, even to recast someone, I understand. You're not going to grab Weaving and de-age him for an entire series like this. The best thing to probably do would have been to get somebody that looks like him. I mean,
well, not even looks like him, but gives off that aura.
Yeah,
Like-
but again, the long hair, the elegance of the elves just isn't there.
No.
This whole image, I don't believe this image right here.
Right, it looks fake.
I'm not buying it. It looks
No,
fake.
me
as
either,
shit.
yeah.
He looks like
whatever that is up on the hill, that's not real.
Right.
Yeah.
The lighting's coming
Yeah.
from the opposite direction. He's literally standing in front of a fire, and there is nothing hitting him. The light's coming from the complete opposite direction.
Yeah.
It looks
Yet
like
the guy
a
behind, in
stage.
front of him, is lit in the opposite direction to him.
Yeah.
This is what I don't
This is what
understand.
high school play.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson did more with less, and these freakers had $1 billion, and this is what we get.
It was a bill an
This is what
episode, right?
This
A
is
bill an
what we
episode.
Well, this is the thing. Fatal is like, and this goes with a lot of things at the moment. Is they are definitely finding a way of cutting corners and making things a hell of a lot cheaper, even though they're still spending a shit ton of money. Like if you think about how much work that they're doing in the volume for Star Wars, and even for probably Marvel. I mean, they probably did a lot of work in the volume for Thor: Love and Thunder, and you look at the CGI and shit in that, it looks horrible. But you're talking about Peter Jackson. How did Peter Jackson make the fucking films? He went to fucking New Zealand and pretty much shot the whole thing on practical stages, practical effects sort of thing. It looked incredible. The shots that he had looked fucking unbelievable. This is in a fucking studio, probably in a similar thing that they've done to like the volume, and it looks like crap. But yet they're doing this to cut costs, but yet it's still costing them $100 million an episode or whatever the fuck it is. It's just...
But Peter,
they don't care anymore.
But Peter Jackson built Hobbiton before they were even anywhere near being done with the shot list. They hadn't completed casting yet. That shit sat for a year before that set. Hobbiton sat for a year before they shot one frame of film.
Yeah.
Did he do that so it would have a feeling of aging?
It would look like it was supposed to look. All of these things. You were right. Go ahead.
This is about the passionate people that, are working in the industry. George Lucas, when he started creating Star Wars, he wanted to expand the filmmaking industry. He wanted to bring something new to the table. That's why everyone was in shock and awe when they first saw that ship first come over in the opening scene of Star Wars. He wanted to make, he was passionate. He loved his craft and he loved what he did, and he just wanted to make great entertainment and great film. Nobody in the industry now thinks like that. Nobody wants... People are saying, oh, yeah, we bought in the volume and it's this technological advancement in entertainment that we're going to be able to make things cheaper, but we're going to be able to make things look fantastic. No, guys, you've actually taken steps backwards. It's kind of like with the space programs before Elon Musk came out. You know, we end up on the moon and then nothing happens. Fucking that just dies in the ass, right?
Can't even get back.
It's the same with shit like this. That they've now driven the art of making motion pictures into drivel garbage with effects that look. I mean, I would put this up, the effects that they're doing in this in 2022, up against the Matrix, and the Matrix will kill it. It will kick it out of the water, right? You remember what the Matrix was when they first made in surround sound, and it was like, whoa, this is sick, man. Like,
but
this is garbage.
Rhino, there's diversity, so stop.
Anyway, I can talk for fucking ever, as you guys.
Yeah,
know.
you can.
Finish the.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm sorry, but their time has come.
Oh! Wait a minute. Is this Game of Thrones all of a sudden?
Yes.
The past is
That's what they want it to be.
Oh no! This is some bullshit. Okay,
Lord Callus.
This dialogue is some bullshit.
That do look like Callus.
It looks like Callus, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
By the way, the fade is. I mean, that is cut. Like, boom. Like there.
I want to know the name of his barbershop.
I didn't know they had fades in Middle Earth.
Dude, it was right? I mean, it is. That is beautiful, dude. He's missing some baby powder, you know.
But see, that's the detail there, culture. That's the detail they don't think about. Like nerds like us will look at that and go, how could they do a fade like that in Middle Earth? Like, explain that to me.
Hey,
let me tell you something.
Fuck how we feel about it. This is insulting against Tolkien. This is bullshit against. Fuck how I feel. Tolkien is rolling over a million times in his grave right now because
Christopher
of the
too.
Stupid fade that you gave this dumb fucking character because you needed a black man.
He should be looking like Don King right now. You guys know Don King with the fucked up look. That would be more realistic, a better representation.
Give that big Don King.
I want to say this.
Right out of
As
it.
a black man, I like representation. But it's not needed in this show.
No.
Is that a black man?
It's got to be
true.
true,
Man behind him? Is that a black man behind him? Does that mean he's a black? Is he a black slave owner?
Yeah, like or he can own the white guy.
Mark,
let's do that.
Here's my thing. Why won't they
I said it's got to be honest, man. This is not honest.
No.
That's the problem.
Create your own then. If you want a world where there are black elves, create your own. Yeah. You tell us to do that. Well, now you should be doing that.
Well, here's what they could have done. Here's what they could have done. What they could have done was get somebody like Quarter Black Garrett.
Yeah.
You get your African ancestry, you get your white elf. Done.
There you go.
There you go. Twitter told me that all black people had dreads. So is this wrong or?
I wouldn't have been mad if they made a Lord of the Rings clone show. Then you can put your black elves, black dwarves, wherever you want it. But why would you want to ruin a masterpiece like this?
He's an elf. This character is an elf. He should have long flowing hair like every elf has been described to have.
Or
but
Don King.
Here. I tell you what, I will solve this whole problem for Amazon. You know what you do? You take a page from the Wiz and you just make it all black.
You
just go the Wiz with it. That's
you
what
can do that, but don't put Lord of the Rings on there.
You know who they should have cast for this role here? Freddie Prinze Jr.
I hate that fucking guy. All right, let's finish this.
One more point
go. Yeah, please do.
One more thing on this guy too, though, is that people aren't quite sort of looking at. I think is that he is being darkened for this character.
What?
Wow, really? So he's lighter than this?
And he's actually much lighter skinned.
Oh, this is a Hispanic man?
Yeah. But in every scene you see him in, it's like he's really darker, and it's like he's not. When I saw his actual photographs, I'm like, it doesn't even look like the same person.
Oh shit!
Yeah, well, Ryan Gosling's darker than him in real life. So.
Oh wow, that's
and
that's
armor
Ryan.
is garbage. That is not elf armor.
It's wood.
Here's the subliminal messaging. The past is with us all. Let's.
Yep.
This is it right here, though.
The past is dead.
We either move forward.
The past is dead.
Or we die with it. Okay.
This could be the beginning of a new era.
That's Gandalf, huh? Oh, this is Gandalf right here. No,
No, that's a Harfoot.
that's a Harfoot with Gandalf.
Black man foot. You notice they put emphasis on the black foot, the close-up shot. Hey, you go back to when that king was talking to the crowd,
Yeah.
because this is what pissed me off the most. The Numenorians.
Oh, I know.
The Numenorians is supposed to be the humans of all humans.
Like the closest to elves. The closest to elves.
At one point, they rivaled the elves.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Look at this right here. This looks like a Game of Thrones scene.
Well,
Not even that good. Not even that good.
But here's the weird thing. I mean, consider this. If they actually bring wizards into this, they're essentially bringing Christianity into a show when they're trying to essentially downplay any kind of religion at all. Because the wizards were essentially the angels of the Tolkien
They
lore.
was angels. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
You're right.
So and not only that,
Gandalf is an angel.
right.
Gandalf is an angel.
Yeah, he goes from the gray to the white, right? And that's when he becomes the leader of the order at that point in time. There were only 5 wizards we were introduced to, or
Yes.
should have been introduced to, in the Lord of the Rings period of time, the Third Age. They didn't exist in the First and Second Age, at least not to any of my knowledge, because they would still have been the Maya, right, at that point in time from Valar, right? And so when I'm looking at this, and again, I'm
Nerd.
I'm not a Tolkien scholar, but I've read the books a few times, and I mean, my stepdad handed me the freaking Silmarillion and said, read this, kid, because I was going through everything in the world, right? I'm like, holy crap, this is the Bible, because it is at the beginning. You're like, good God, can these people stop begetting shit? Good Lord. No, but that is what that's what that book is. It is the tome of the beginning of these stories. It wasn't intended to be utilized to make something. It was essentially the basis for everything that came afterward. And as Fatal J said earlier in the stream, you can go back thousands of years tracking lineage because of that book that gets you to the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, which are those are the seminal works. Those are the things you should pull from if you're trying to pull things from Tolkien. You don't go back to his letters, which were exchanged between other people.
Yes.
Where
well, they're building this on what? What do they even have the right to?
That is the whole basis for what they're doing to Galadriel. Letters
Right.
and statements he might have made about her past
Might have
and
made.
file and all this stuff.
Yeah, out of context conversations that aren't in any way portrayed in a linear fashion could be a discussion between parties, right, Jane?
Exactly.
I find it funny because this takes place before like The Hobbit and before like Lord of the Rings, right?
Way before, thousands of years
I find the line funny, like the past is with us, but if you don't like let it die, like you'll die with it, or if we don't move forward, you'll die with it, or something like that, right? That's the line, and I see that as subliminally breaking the fourth wall and speaking directly to the audience.
It got
the
to
funny
be
thing
because
is,
this is thousands of
the
years.
past.
yeah, but the
this
funny
is-
thing
yeah,
is
this is
that's
the
what I was
past.
about to say. Like, what's the past from this point? What are they actually referencing? They're actually referencing the future. They really should be saying the future is with us, and if we don't move forward, the future, you'll die with the future. Like,
Rhino,
that's what
this
the
is
real...
thousands of years before the
Way
Lord of the
before.
Rings.
No, I know. But what
But you're right.
yeah.
You're right.
You know what
That's
I'm saying.
They talking about the past is dead. This is the past now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
so
the
You're in
past.
the
sending
past.
a
You're telling us
message.
the story of the
Forget about
past, and you want us just to tell us that the
Yeah,
past
forget
is
the
gone,
past.
man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And
They're
again,
talking
it's
about us.
subliminally trying to tell everybody
is
in
like-
the real world, in the reality, forget the past, forget
think-
history, forget
That-
Hitler, and forget
Jay, that dude is
real
damn near
racism,
white.
and forget all of that stuff. This is what the culture is trying to tell you, that it's okay
Wait.
to forget real history.
But
That's
wait,
your black elf.
yeah,
That
this
dude is damn near
how
white.
did they get this guy's prom picture? Holy shit!
That's that's incredible. Real quick, I want to give a shout out. I'm going to do the super chats, but Smokescreen, one of my favorite YouTubers, got me into a lot of the other Game of Thrones YouTubers. So if you guys don't know Smokescreen and you like Game of Thrones, and he's a writer, so check him out. He's freaking awesome. I'm actually honored he's here. What's up, old friend? Glad to see you're doing your thing. As far as Lord of the Rings, I'm sure they have the press release ready for the toxic fandom.
That's right, man. They're going to come for us. That's right. You know what? Fatal was talking about this, and I think Mark is also on it, and I guarantee you Jane is. They're going to attack the shit out of us because we are taking a giant dump on their front lawn, and their cameras are picking that shit up.
And it's going to be a preemptive attack. It's going to be a preemptive attack, just like they did with Star Wars. Just like
Fatal actually just went over there to these novice showrunners. He's on his way to their house right now, taking a dump in their lawn. See, he just came back.
There you go.
There you go.
It's really just to the point where they blatantly will throw it in your face that this is their by design what they're trying to do. They like he said, they'll have the press release ready, just like they did with Riva. Just like they've done with other ones. They'll find that one Twitter account that has maybe 3 followers and it's like random bots, and they're gonna have the tweet that says we're all racist, and that's what they'll put on the newspaper.
God, right now the ratio is 3-1 against this piece of fucking shit.
Because Tolkien fans, like Rhino was saying, Tolkien fans stick together no matter the color, gender, sexuality. They don't care. It's about the lore, and that's what I love about them. I got attacked for being upset with what they're doing with Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
How they're turning a character black that is definitely not a black character in the books. Yeah. I don't care if he's like a secondary, third, but this guy's going to be a main factor of a race of people.
You reckon he's the father?
Well, but that's the whole point. A race of people that are like the elves of Tolkien. They are these beautiful silver-haired, purple eyes, white as snow race that they're adding a black character to that actually affects the story because there's a parental thing that comes in, a paternity test that comes in, and that's his grandson. Well, the thing with Targaryens that I've noticed is anytime they marry outside of the Targaryen family, their children look very much like that culture. So if it's Dornish, they have bronze skin, dark hair, maybe purple eyes.
Is that why Jon Snow look like he do?
Exactly. That's why he looks like a northerner because.
See, that's weird you said that because I asked Abu. I said, Abu, if Jon Snow is a Targaryen, why he don't have that silver hair? And Abu said because whenever they go outside, because they do a lot of inbreeding.
Yes.
They do inbreeding, right?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
But that's the
so
thing.
The other person they sleep with is the dominant gene.
That's the dominant gene, yes.
But the casting isn't even right because he's supposed to be half Targaryen, or half Valyrian, and they cast someone who's fully black.
Right.
Had they cast someone who was half Valyrian looking, then
I'd be okay with it.
Grandkids, they'd be totally white.
And I'd totally be okay with it.
Right here, George R.R. Martin, I looked at his map, like SOs and all that stuff. He got black people, like black races in.
Oh, man.
Oh, dude, he has everybody. He has everybody in there. Man. I mean, the culture is more diverse, I think, than Tolkien's.
Yeah.
I mean,
and look, I mean, I love this is okay. So like, what the hell is his name? The guy that is the Mandalorian, right? When he played the Prince in Game of Thrones, the Viper.
Oh yeah.
He dude, that was amazing, and it introduced you to a whole other culture, right? Because they're in the South, right? They have a completely different culture. It's a tropical-ish environment, right? So everybody, so that is an excellent introduction into how to do it differently, right? Yeah. But at least is one element of George's storytelling that's consistent. Each of the regions have their own representation in its own way, and there is other stuff there, right? And even in Tolkien, and Fatal J brought it up earlier, even in that there's different representation there, but it isn't part of the main story. It's not part of the elements. You can tell stories around that, I'm sure, but don't try to drag all of this other stuff into this lore, because it doesn't work.
That's what I'm talking about. He's supposed to be a half Valyrian.
That doesn't. No.
It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's the problem.
I can tell you what it is. The reason why they chose to go in this direction and cast him the way they did was because they were focused on casting his son as a black character or as a black stand-in character, because the son has this, is he gay or isn't he, which in the show he will be.
Right. He definitely will be.
They basically get to feminize a black male character. And the only way they could do it was to cast his father in this way.
Right.
That was the only way.
Jay, me and the Dark Council, we was poking fun at Abu Nas because we were like, this don't look right, a brother with blonde hair. Especially with
Well, what's funny, I mean, George did consider making the Targaryens dark skinned with silver hair. Because he liked the look. And it's interesting to see it play out, but it shouldn't play out this particular way.
It just looks funny though. A brother dark skin with the blonde hair. You know, it just don't have that.
Well, George
feel to it.
Right, George writing it. George would have made it sound right. You know, it would have been designed in a way that you can imagine it.
And to the point too about the hair and how they look.
Voice.
Yeah,
they don't look good. Like the Targaryen, I never liked how the Targaryens were portrayed, honestly, because they all look like regular people.
I mean,
yes,
they too are supposed to be ethereal.
But Jane, I got to ask you a question now. If he like braids some like multicolored yarn in there and stuff, and he looks a little bit more like George Clinton, is that going to work for you?
Jane, you do not have to answer that. Terminus S for $2. Put Fatal's head on a baby body. Hell be Fatal J.
Fetal J.
Sorry, I fucked that all up, Terminus. My bad.
I've been Fetal J tonight. I've been Fatal Jug. I've been Final J.
Final J was a good one. That was a good one. I'm a stuttering iterate. Oh my god, I can't talk. Hey, I got to be up at like 3:30 in the morning to go to work, but I love you guys because we have still 184 people watching. I've gained a bunch of subs, so make sure you sub to everybody on the panel.
3:30?
Oh, I got to be up. I got to be at work at 5.
Gosh,
Makini Draws.
No sleep. You might as well stay up.
This is how I roll, man. I want my channel to grow.
Rhino,
gotta do it.
Rhino, bring up the Rippaverse, dude, so I can share it. Bring it up, because dude just crossed another milestone.
All right, while you do that, Makini Draws for $2. Makini hit over 900 subscribers.
Yeah!
Congratulations, my man. He's on the final patch to 1,000, man. So if you don't know Makini, he does some great drawings. Please check him out. We have E-Clay.
It was a Shibu Inu with love hearts around it.
Thank you, my brother.
Fart hearts, baby. Fart hearts.
E-Clay for 99 cents. I'm guessing it's ice cream?
Chocolate fudge, yeah, with ice.
Chocolate fudge? Okay.
Yeah, it's soft serve yogurt. There it is, baby. 2.3.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
When we were looking at it before, it was at 2.26.
Yeah, when we started. Yeah. Dude is crushing the world.
And he still got 68 days left.
Dude, I'm telling you, 5 bills. This guy's going to pull in 5 mils. It's going to be incredible.
That's insane, man. That's insane. And look at almost 26,000 purchasers.
Dude, this might be the biggest. This might be the biggest private fund campaign there's
at least I've ever seen. And all I could say is this too: with this sale, right? With the sales right now, even though they're pre-ordered, I want to see what he's ranked today as a comic book company. I mean,
he's kicking everybody else's ass. Okay, so look, how many? We're watching ourselves.
That was pretty cool. Thank you for that.
Pretty cool. I'm curious where he ends up. You know, in the total like Comic-Con like listings.
Right.
I have a solid feeling. Look, what was the last book you know for a fact sold to actual people that was 25,000?
George R.R. Martin? I can't think of any.
You talking about book or comic book?
No, comic book. I'm talking about comic book.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while, man.
I'm talking about
Cyberfrog is the only one that I know of that like has really made waves that I've seen personally.
Cyberfrog, right? Would be that
has to be the closest
of this era. Yeah.
Because I mean, Well, think about in the day when actually with Ethan and other people actually worked for these motherfuckers and made good shit, right? You know, and back then they were clicking those, you know, hundreds of thousands of like issues were pumping, right? Way back in the day, as Fatal was talking about earlier, because he would know, you were selling millions of copies of shit. Because you know what, I was buying them, right? You know, somebody who's buying that stuff. Yeah.
Graveyard Shift is another one that's John Maylin's been doing pretty good work with his, and of course you got Cyberfrog.
So you're not a poser. Okay, Mr. Tickle Trunk, Canadian $5. I want to thank Amazon for admitting femininity is weak by making Galadriel manly. Also, thank them for admitting women can't be trusted to be leaders.
I got that. Damn. I got that too.
Thanks, Mr. Tickle Trunk.
The booty in this is tight.
Oh yeah, you got to check that out. That's from Vinny Arts.
Yeah,
Vinny does some good work, man.
I'm not gonna front.
All right, then
I'm still a fan of Amazon because I love Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I love Invincible, and I
They
love
deliver
the boys.
groceries now.
Got Bond. Bond is
Oh,
a
by the
good
way.
one. Bonds.
I got Bonds too.
Hey, I got that. Hey, by the way, Fetal.
Yes, sir. Fetal J, yeah.
Fetal J, that's right. Dude, the Boys is made by Sony, dude.
But they showed on Amazon.
I know,
yeah.
but it's Sony product.
Okay, but what about Invincible? That's Amazon, right?
And,
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon
exclusively.
But like you said, I mean, you know, Amazon Studios got a limited run. This is their first major stuff here. This Lord of the dude, is that offensive if I say Lord of the Rings? Is that offensive?
You've been
Yes,
offensive
I'm
all night.
offended.
I'm offended too.
Fucking offended.
I'm
Dude,
offended.
as a black man, I'm deeply offended about that.
Yes. Adam Wolford
I'm gonna beat your ass next time I see you.
for $5. He says, Adam says, this looks like the Dungeons and Dragons movie back from the early 2000s.
Oh, dude.
So was there a Mighty War where all the special color people vanished? I don't know, man. I mean, by the time we get to Jackson.
No,
The black doors vanished, the black elves vanished,
Yep.
and the black hobbits vanished. By the
no.
time we get to Peter Jackson.
Dude, no.
The Hobbits didn't.
There's a special
Peter
story. Wait.
Jackson could have had Sam be brown skin like he's described in the book. They didn't do
Yeah.
that.
They could, but I'm telling you right now, there was a special story. It was called COVID of the Rings, and it actually took out everybody with melanin in their thing. That's what happened.
But the hobbits that were described to have, like, let's say, like, be a little bit darker, they were more portrayed in Tolkien's work as like Europeans, right?
There were three different
what they mean
kinds.
by
One of them
dark
was very
is-
fair skin. One of them was browner skin, and the other
Okay.
one has no physical description at all.
But what
Okay.
they mean by dark, they mean you know the term tall,
Italian.
dark, and handsome. Yeah, you know tall, dark, and handsome. That don't mean a black person.
He didn't say that. He said browner, and Sam was describing as having brown skin. Now it
Yeah.
could have meant tan. I'm not saying he couldn't have.
He was
But
a gardener.
This idea that they were all like pale skin like the elves is not true.
Even in this dumbass trailer that we freaking got suffered through like more than once in like my lifetime on this stream, right?
You're welcome.
Yeah. They talk about the fact that the sun hadn't even come up yet.
That's true. You got a great point.
Yeah.
The sun and the moon did not exist.
That
That's
doesn't
what
mean
I-
anything. Keep in mind that they weren't. I mean, just take the Bible for example. Humans were made from what?
Dirt.
Exactly.
Cheese. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, you were close.
Oh, that was the moon. The moon's
I
cheese.
must have read a
dude.
different one.
I thought we were made from wine, but okay.
Well, memes
I've
of
returned the water
destruction.
into wine.
Meme.
drank
Oh,
too
good
much.
try. The
You
memes
just
of
drank too
destruction.
much.
He does drink too much. Look at him. The memes of destruction for $4.99 says, "Hi friends, happy Saturday, Sunday, Rhino. Excellent application of critical theory. Totally better than many leftists. IMO love. He's such a troll."
Let me
Dude,
tell
I
you
love
something.
memes.
I'm not that type of person. But means of destruction. Have y'all seen how he transformed his body?
Oh, dude,
Dude, I've met him in person. He's jacked.
He's yoked, man.
He started off like Fatal J and ended up like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
Well, yeah, but you also know he's a porn star, right?
He changed his skin color?
Yeah, it's crazy. Zaz, Canadian $5. Book reader was used as a Would someone say that for me? Pejorative. Thank you. When Bezos' Wheel of Time came out, that's not gonna fly here.
Yeah, Bezos. He's chug-a-lug, dude. You know, it's weird. Think about how many billionaires' wives are like, this motherfucker's evil, and they get divorced. Like in the last few years.
That's true.
Yeah, they were like, I mean, Gates' wife was like, fuck no.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If you hit me with $1 billion, I'm probably gonna turn a little evil too.
I mean,
Wait a minute.
You're
Wait
different, right? You're different. You're on a different level.
I was supporting you.
People that I ain't gonna say specifically, but people I used to work for, I'm gonna be slapping them with $1,000.
I'm going to hunt you now. Find your way out of the terrarium. Mr. Grant Gregory for Australian $2 says, by Odin's fade, that black elf's hair is tight.
I mean, his fade is on point. They got barbers in Middle Earth now. I didn't know that.
Yep. Mims143 for $9.99. Thanks, Mims. Haven't seen you here before. I appreciate it. As a black man here in Arizona, personally speaking, I hate the fact that they made this a politically correct crap pool. I love representation, but it's truly not needed here. Original Lord of the Rings forever. I think that's why these fans are the best.
I see that's breaks like this person right here. That one person breaks the narrative.
Yeah.
In regards to the fact that he can't. Because he's a black man, he can't see himself in Tolkien's original work. So
not that he can't. He just you're right.
We need to give him a character that he can see himself in. Okay, so there you go.
My favorite sports people they don't look like me, right? I mean, I grew up in the era of the greatest basketball player ever on the planet Earth. His name was
Larry Bird.
Michael Jordan.
John Stockton.
No. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player on earth. Always. There is nobody else that could replace him. I saw the man play live. He kicked one of my team's
Bucky Muggs was close.
Championship game, right? The dude ran circles around everybody. And at his old ass age, if they were to play by the same rules he had to play by, he could kick the current NBA players' asses.
Who are you talking about? Yao Ming.
Yao Ming.
To bring it back around, we were talking about RRR earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
A totally different culture, totally different language, tradition. Everybody's loving this movie.
I love that movie.
It's got nothing to do with I just want to see people who look like me. No, we just want to be entertained.
But Mark, they don't speak our language, right? We're reading subtitles, and we are loving the shit out of this, right?
Yep.
They are 100% producing entertainment. That's what the rebellion is. We want flipping entertainment.
Yes, sir.
We want not your pre-packaged, pre-fucking iterated goddamn propaganda shit.
Yes.
There's evidence out there right now that the narrative is being broken on multiple levels. You look at something like the Terminal List. You look at something like what Eric Kalai is doing with the Rippaverse. You look at what these things that are actually doing well, getting great word of mouth. Top Gun, another one, right? These things that are getting the great word of mouth, there's still people out there that are still dedicated to making good entertainment, not necessarily putting it in. It is few and far between at the moment, but it is there, and you can see it.
Look, representation for representation's sake is not needed. If you have a story that involves different cultures, different sexualities, different genders, if it's good, I'm going to watch it. If it's good, I'm going to watch it because representation on any level helps deepen a story. But when it comes to a story that was made over 100 years ago about a mythology of England, why force feed it down our throats?
Yeah.
Why shove it?
This is what makes good entertainment. If you can feel something for what you're actually watching, and it doesn't matter what color they are. Like if you gave that actor the same scene and the same line, and you made that actor a black man, or you made that actor a white man, and you still feel the same thing, no matter what the color is of that actor. That is good entertainment.
You know what, Jane? You hear that you're getting all this good shit from a black Jesus. Anyway, sorry. But it's the funniest thing. Color makes...
I rode into town on an ass. Yo mama's ass.
By the way, I grew up in an era where color didn't matter. I was one of those kids, right? I was born in 1970, right?
God, you're old.
Fuck you guys. Anyway, and everybody around me did not necessarily look like me. You know what? I didn't even care. Didn't even notice. It wasn't a part of the conversation. My entire life didn't matter about any of those things, right? The physical representation of another human being didn't make jack shit sense to me. It didn't matter until we got to this current era we're in, where now I'm supposed to acknowledge your different shade of me.
Yeah.
The problem is that it mattered to too many people for too long, including up and until the modern era, because
Right.
we still had separate proms and all that crap.
No, not
up
in my
until a
lifetime.
few years ago.
Not in my lifetime.
How do you feel, Mark?
It wasn't in your experience, but it was in your lifetime.
You think so?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've always been under the impression that, just appreciation for other people's traditions and diversity is a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's great to notice people's differences and everything, but it doesn't always have to lead to resentment and hatred. Sometimes you can be enamored by people's differences. And I think that's where, a lot of people have it wrong. I mean, because ultimately, I think the joy is in finding our common ground, despite all of our differences, our human pursuits, of happiness and love and all of that. We can all pretty much relate to that.
Yep.
So like I said, when you're watching a Korean movie or an Indian movie or whatever, if it's really done right and it's really entertaining, you're going to love that character.
Yeah.
I just mentioned, what is it? Stranger Things. Stranger Things. It's like I'm watching Max run for her life. Like, run, little girl, run, little girl. I have nothing in common with Max, but I love that character. I'm pulling for her in that scene. And that's what well done, movies and TV shows. That's what it does for you in books.
And I got to give you this real quick. The show wasn't something I enjoyed, but Miss Marvel, the depiction of the family.
Yeah.
They did a good job. The father wasn't deadbeat. He was a good dad who joked with his daughter and cared about her safety. The mom was protective, but really wanted to see her succeed. The brother was loving. Like, it was the first time in a long time Marvel showed a family that was actually something I could get behind and be like, okay, that's a real family. That's not always the deadbeat dad or the drug addict. That's a good family.
Dude, I live in a different world. I pick my family. I mean, I have obviously the people that are blood related to me, but I pick my family. Those are my close friends. They don't look like me. They don't have to look like me.
Better looking, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at Mark. Mark is freaking hot. Holy shit.
Okay, let's read the last couple of these. Mr. Tickle Trunk for Canadian 5. These. The past is this racist panel. Look at it. So white, aside from Mark, Jane, and Jay, or whatever, and two Aussies who aren't even people anyway.
Tickle Trump.
Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk.
Wait, that's our Jewish representation down there.
Yeah, he's a juicy, not just an Aussie.
Yeah, he's
a juicy.
No, I'm not juicy. I don't fake hate crimes.
Oh,
Different sort of juicy. So.
Juicy. Troy, is it Neenan? For an Australian 5. Marvel left a bad taste in my mouth for superheroes. What mystery and horror comics do you recommend? Any of you comic guys do
One
horror
called
or mystery?
There's one that's called Girls. It's about this girl who gets found, and every time that she has sex, she splits into two, and it's a horror based thing. It's kind of like think of zombies, except they're sexy women.
Okay.
She splits into two. Wow, that's.
Oh yeah. Also, and it kills the person dies.
Oh yeah, I mean the original. I think the original Death Note, if you can find that, it's freaking awesome.
Oh man, I love that anime.
Dude, Fatal, I got big into anime, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. You got to steer away from the real life. What do you call it? What is that called? The physical representation.
Bukaki.
Yeah.
Sport.
I was gonna say it
Sport?
too. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I've been watching anime ever since I was 7 years old.
I know. You're one of the people that got me into it.
And he's
This
definitely
is what
older
you
than
need to
7.
do.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna put my life on the line. People may disagree. I don't care.
Okay.
You need to sit down. and
Yes, sir.
You need to watch Attack on Titans.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Watched it all.
greatest anime.
Watched it all.
You seen them all?
I love it, dude. I watched it all. Dude, I've gone hardcore the last year. I binge every day a different series.
I took
that Black Clover, all of them. I love them.
See, I took advantage during COVID when I was locked in.
Yep.
So I got to catch up on everything. Attack on Titans is so wonderfully made. When
Fantastic.
I'm in the gym and I'm jamming the soundtrack, sometimes tears come out of my eyes.
It's a beautiful thing.
It was one. Can I ask? Was Ninja Scroll one of the first things you ever watched?
It was on VHS.
Yeah. Ninja Scroll.
I remember I was in Blockbuster because my mom.
Blockbuster.
If I did good in school, my mom would take me to the local VH place or Blockbuster. And when I was in Blockbuster, I saw Ninja Scroll on VHS, and the cover it stood out. I said, I need to see this, and it blew me away when I watched it.
The first thing
because I was young. I was like 8, 9 years old, and I seen nudity.
Yeah, that's a great film for kids.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Show your young 5-year-olds that movie.
Yeah.
And see, in Blockbuster, they have a code where kids can get certain movies, but I think the people that was behind the register, they thought that was legit like a cartoon movie.
That's great. That's great. Mims143 for $1.99. Going back to his last super chat saying, I enjoy representation, but it's just not needed. We get it, man. We get it. Like,
I agree.
Respect the canon.
Like, these days, it seems like anytime they do this black insertion thing or race swap thing, they always follow it up with degrading the character in some way. It's never just blind casting.
Right.
It's never just, okay,
well, they end up
get the best actor pop. It's always a change in the character himself.
Yeah.
They end up turning that character into the token character.
Yeah.
They effectively, by, saying that, like with the Star Wars thing with Reva, for example, Star Wars, you made that character a token character with the way you fought back against the criticism to the actual show, because there wasn't a lot of criticism against her. People were saying she can't really act, or it's not the right role for her, or whatever. That's got nothing to do with her skin color. She did a horrible job.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like Disparu said, screaming is acting.
Jay.
Yeah.
No, Fatal J.
Oh, Jay.
Yes, sir.
See that shirt, bro?
Who is that character? What is that?
Dude, I've got a bunch of anime shirts.
What shirt?
I don't recognize that one.
I don't recognize him too. I thought it was Bleach. Is that Bleach?
No.
Yeah. No. It's but it's like Bleach, and I'll grab it. Okay. I can't remember the name of it, but I have the DVD.
Put Bleach on it. You'll lose the color.
Yeah, no,
you don't want to ruin it. Troy Neenan for another 5 Australian. You guys might want to show Ethan's Rainbow the Brute campaign. Choke slam a unicorn. That shit was funny. That shit is funny,
dude. So, but you guys were talking about like Ninja Scroll and all that other stuff. I mean, like that's quality entertainment, right? I mean, anime, manga. I mean, I converted over like way before I gave up on comics, but I was already starting to become somewhat of a weeb. I mean, I'm
definitely a weeb. I'm a weeb.
Yeah. I mean, and then I got into the good stuff, right? Like the Last Exile and like some more like some more
Trigun.
high quality stuff. Yeah,
Trigun's good. I just started watching that.
Hey, y'all know Trigun coming back.
Yeah,
but I'm worried about it, man.
I know it this week.
Please tell me it's not a Netflix live action.
Don't worry, they said it's going to be diverse. Troy Neenan for Australian $5. Movie pitch, totally original, never been done before. It's about a zombie in a mansion with a bunch of trapped cops. I call it Neighborhood Wicked.
Neighbor Wicked.
Neighbor Wicked. I like that. Thank you. I caught me funny. Mins143, guys, thank you so much for $9.99. They destroyed Doctor Strange and Thor. Yes. I refuse to sit here and allow them to destroy my Lord of the Rings. Keep leading from the front line, gentlemen. Also, you gained a follower. Thank you, Mins. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Sir.
And you know what? You're not wrong.
Thank you for real quick. Thank you for the super sticker too of the trees.
Indeed. And let me say this. Not only did they destroy Thor, and this is what we're going to talk about on the Sunday Culture Review tomorrow. That thing fell like a rock. It dropped 68% Friday to Friday, which isn't unprecedented because obviously Thursday, Friday numbers are rolled into the first weekend, so that's to be expected. But there's a decent chance that overall It'll go from the 86%, it'll flip for the whole weekend to 68% drop. That means that it is going to underperform like a mofo the entire time. This film will never get to $1 billion. If it gets to 750, it'll be lucky, which means it'll barely eke out a profit. That's how much they destroyed Thor.
And as a counter, look at fucking Top Gun. What happened to that? That just kept fucking kicking goals.
1.1 change. That thing is crushing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And you got to remember, one of those is a Marvel movie, and one of those is just like a continuation of a story from a movie that we saw 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, a Marvel movie. What happened at the end of Marvel? What happened when we got to Infinity War, making $2 billion?
Yep.
Right. If they had again just continued telling a good story moving forward for Phase 4, what would these movies actually be doing?
People,
I mean, think about that.
People are sick, man. People are sick of it, and we're showing it with our wallet.
That's why Rippaverse is fucking doing $2 million.
Yes, sir.
Fucking people are sick of it.
All right, but we're going to close it out, guys. We've been going for over 2.5 hours. I appreciate.
Great.
This was a good time. Fatal J, you came on a good night. We got a lot of new people in the house. We had a lot of, where did we end off with likes? We ended off at like 225 likes.
Dude,
God damn.
Good stream.
My man.
Man, that's why I got to be back on the Dark Council because they need me.
Well,
We're gonna get you back most definitely.
You know it.
I've once been invited to hang out with my friends.
Yeah, stop blowing up my game. I'm the one who said it first. All right, so.
I thought we had you on before.
No, you didn't. He talks about it all the time.
No, Culture was on Dark Council.
You gotta do something about that.
Yeah.
Mark, wasn't he on Dark Council before?
I believe so.
I don't think so.
He was on last week.
No, no. I'm pretty, but I'm not that pretty.
All right, Fatal, you got anything you want to shout out before we go?
I'm doing videos about bow-legged midget strippers, and I'm not going to do anything else.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm sick of Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Rings of Power, all that stuff. So, bow-legged midget strippers.
Can they wrestle?
You just went over 200,000 K subscribers. Good job, Fatal J. That's fantastic. Anybody else have anything they want to shout out? Mims does. Mims 143 for another $9.99. Dude, thank you.
Tonight's sponsor of the show.
Mims and a couple others, yeah. Want to know something? He says, want to know something funny? I actually work here in Amazon in Arizona, but sheesh, I really wish they didn't touch this property.
Wow, man.
You know what? Steal their money instead of them stealing it from us then.
You know what you should do? You should do a walkout protest.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks rough for them. Hey, look, it's Matt. I
Yep.
forgot that dude today. Salty Nerd Podcast, Matt Vader.
What up, Matt?
Yeah.
That's good, dude.
With Matt Kadish. Dude, it was amazing. So they're doing
good.
They're doing a new show on Saturdays. They were just a handful of humans away from a magical number, 6K. So if you haven't checked out Salty Nerd Podcast, please do. They've been crushing
Yeah,
it.
they have. Yeah, they have.
Everybody that's on there knows something about the business of entertainment. So it's a beautiful moment. And
What time's that show on?
10 a.m.
Okay, good. Just not at my slot. All right, good.
Keely Chow. Thank you, Keely Chow.
Keely Chow.
I didn't get the
Yeah, and congratulations on 9K, brother.
Oh, man. I thought I would
man.
never make it. My goal is 10K, and then I'm done with YouTube forever.
Yeah, that'll help. Come on, please. 10K, you're gonna go double down. All right.
The world needs you, Fatal.
Oh.
All right, so we're gonna have to update the credits list coming soon. But thank you everybody for being here tonight. Monday night we have the Aluminum Spork where we talk aliens, all the stuff. I can't think words spewing out of my mouth.
I'm going to have to come back for that because I'm deep into it.
Oh, dude, we do conspiracies, aliens, ancient civilizations. This one we're doing underground cities, when they were made and who really made them. So make sure you guys check it out. Culture, you're gonna have to update this Sporking dub credits, man, because we blew up tonight. Thank you.
Me an email.
I will. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
And buy your merch so you look like Mark with a. I almost said Mark with a big D. Oh Jesus!
Wow.
I read his name on the.
Dude, it's his name, so it's got to be true.
It's got to be true. It's got to be true.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta go to bed. All right, thank you, everybody. Good night.